I think that he really wanted to kill me. I think that he wanted me dead.
I mean, there's something called repression, you know, where basically you're seeing someone in someone else's body.
The Grapevine Police Department received multiple phone calls from the Acorn Woods Park in Texas about a fire breakout. When law enforcement and the firefighter unit arrived, they made a horrifying discovery. There were burned remnants of a plastic kiddie pool and a dismembered body with just a few pieces of clothing. The dead body was completely unrecognizable since the head had been removed, the arms had been severed at the elbows, and the legs had been severed around the knee. The harrowing sight was made even more grotesque due to the internal organs of the mangled corpse being exposed. After seizing the crime scene, the officer began with the investigation. The forensics team discovered that the victim had one hand relatively unburned, as everyone noticed the nail polish on it. Later, they recovered a fingerprint from it and verified the victim's identity. The print was analyzed, and it was found that it was of Jacqueline Ray Vandegrift. To begin finding more about the history of the victim, detectives went to Jackie's apartment to collect some evidence. When police tried to find her recent contacts, they found a girl named Sherry Bowe. After reaching out, she gave critical information that steered the detectives in the right direction in this case. She informed them that she went out with the group, and there she met Jackie on September 13th at a local bar named Fry Street Public House. When Sherry entered the bar, Jackie was already sitting with a bald man with a rather large build. Sherry also added that Jackie was talking to the man quite a bit, and the man introduced himself as Charles Bryant. Later, detectives went to that bar to interrogate the bartender, Caddy Allen. Caddy told them that she had known that man for a while now and that he was going through some issues regarding his relationship. With the CCTV footage and his name on the record, detectives didn't take long to arrest Charles, who had a prior criminal history of stalking his ex-girlfriend, Caitlin Martis. Caitlin met Charles at a restaurant where she was working as a server just after graduating high school.
The day that I met him was the day after I graduated high school. He had lots of muscles and tattoos, which kind of interested me at the time.
At 29, when he first met Caitlin, Charles was significantly older than her and never appeared to be the right match. Caitlin's mother, Karen Halsey, had noticed the red flags early on and warned her daughter well before any trouble surfaced.
I got this feeling just deep inside to my bones, an evil feeling. And I said, he's gonna hurt you. He's gonna do something bad. And she's like, oh, he's nice, he's good to me, he makes me feel like an adult.
A mother's instinct is rarely wrong. Caitlin's confidence in her own choice soon changed when she began noticing unsettling signs in Charles, leaving her feeling increasingly uneasy.
He was manipulative, he was a bit of a narcissist. He thought very highly of himself. He would say things like, oh, you'll never find anyone better than me. It was toxic, and he was toxic.
Charles' obsessive nature and his interaction with Jackie that was recorded that night was not fitting well, and that led detectives to dig deeper. After what they found out, it didn't take them long to reach the truth. Watch how he reacts when detectives confront him with all the incriminating evidence piled up against him.
And I keep hearing you say you don't know what's going on. You don't remember, you don't this, you don't that. Come on, man. We've laid it out for you, okay?
Yeah, it's there. End up in Grapevine. I remember that.
We're over there at your house, okay? We have video of you with this girl.
Show me.
You're at the bar. Her cell phone goes to your house. You're walking around Walmart at 4 o'clock in the morning buying a shovel.
I can call service.
She's found dead in a pool that came from your backyard. Okay?
Yeah.
You can't tell me you can't tell me you don't remember.
I don't know why.
Come on, man.
Well, I'm giving you.
You were there.
Obviously.
You did all these things, and there is no way in the world that a man could travel all the way from Hazlitt to Grapevine, from Denton to Hazlitt to Grapevine, and not remember. Stand up and man up and tell us what you did for this girl's family.
I'm admitting to it. I can't remember killing anyone, man.
You've got to. There's no way you remember all the big things in your life. Okay? Very few are bigger than taking another human life.
Yeah, it's pretty drastic.
I know it's in there. Okay?
Yeah,
I know you got it in you.
I don't know how.
Talk to me.
I'm trying.
Tell me.
The past hour and a half I've been racking my brain.
There's no way, man. There's no way in the world that you do not remember this. There's no way.
Woke up. I don't even remember taking her home. I thought I was home.
She went to your house.
Yeah, I don't remember taking her to my place, man. I don't. I thought I went home by myself.
And you killed her. You killed her. And then you didn't just leave her there, you drove her to Grapevine. Tell me you don't remember that. Putting her in the car. Come on.
In the initial stage of the investigation, it was clear that he has no guilt for what he may have done. Despite relentless pressure from detectives, he stood firm, clinging to his claim of not remembering anything related to the murder of Jackie.
You were at the bar with her in Denton. Y'all drove to your house. You killed her. You drove her to Grapevine. And you don't remember any of that?
I just remember waking up hungover. I don't know how I could kill someone, man. I don't. It's like it's not me. But obviously it is me. It's like I just...
Out of all those things that I've told you there, how is that possible that you don't remember?
I don't think I was that drunk. I really don't.
It's not about being drunk, Charles. The people kill people when they're drunk because they drive down the road and they hit them, okay? They don't murder them and then take them to another place. Look at me, man. They don't. I've been doing this for 25 years, okay? I've heard a lot of blackout stories. I've seen a lot of blackout stories. This is not a blackout story. And the fact that you can't look me in the eyes...
I don't remember, man. I don't.
It's down in there. And it's weighing on you. It's dragging you down.
This entire thing is.
I know. And you would at least feel better...
Telling you something I don't know?
Telling me the truth.
You feel better. I don't know, man.
You do know, Charles. There's no way you could not know.
Detectives didn't waste much time to call out his lame excuses and baseless story, as the evidence was incriminating enough to charge him. At this point, all they needed was a confession. But unfortunately, their approach of confrontation wasn't working. To get the confession, it was important they had the right approach from detectives who are specialized to break people like Charles.
So, I'm kind of egocentric, so let me talk about me. Is that all right? If you don't mind.
I seem like a cool guy.
Do what?
I seem like a cool guy, so I'm all ears.
Well, I guess I try. Maybe I don't try. Maybe it just happens. I don't know. And the nice thing about my job is when I get an assignment, everyone kind of bends over for me. So if I need something from the lab, let's say another ranger is trying to get something run to the lab and they say, hey, it's going to be a month. Well, I can call up and say, hey, I need that. And man, I got people popping out of bed and everything like that. And that's a good thing about, working directly for the governor. The bad thing is you get phone calls all the time and you're getting flown all over the place and he expects results. So of us 8 USIT guys, I'm the senior one. So I get all the big fun phone calls, but it's an interesting gig. I'm never bored or anything like that.
Through investigation, detectives already knew that Charles was egocentric and had a narcissistic personality. Here, Detective Jim Holland used these aspects of his behavior and mirrored them so that Charles could involuntarily open up more, which he eventually did.
Tell me what's going on today. Why are you wearing the Village People outfit?
Right. Tuesday, it's like...
They didn't have anything else for you to wear?
That's it. I was wearing my shorts and they're like, oh, I got changed in this, but I don't mind. Yeah, it's crazy because I really don't remember meeting this girl. It's like, I met her at a public house and...
A public house?
Yeah, it's a bar in Denton.
Oh, okay.
And like we left there, and I thought we kind of parted ways, but we were at another bar drinking, and I doubt that apparently she was with me. We came back to my place, and I don't remember driving home with her, which is insane. But yeah, because I got a text like the following day, because like really I just found out yesterday. It's like oh, you're our lead suspect, and she's dead. I'm like, that's insane. But one of my clients, she texted me. She's like, oh yeah, there's a body found, and it's like Grapevine Lake area, and she's like, we were close to that area. I'm like, fucking insane. And I was like, oh, let's just train somewhere else the following day, because we're supposed to train on Friday morning. But yeah, turns out it was me, and it's just nuts. Like, I don't even know this girl. It's like, I don't remember her name, and it's blown my mind, because it's so out of character for me. It's like, I'm not an angry guy. I'm not aggressive. It's I don't know. I've been trying to think over it last night, and I just don't remember leaving with her. It's like, because all I remember is like this tiny little thing. I commented on that because I went and saw my friend Katie, and she's a bartender, and we were drinking there, and I've been there pretty much all day, just because I was going through some crap with my ex, and called a lawyer, blah 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 blah, and I just went to go drink with Katie, but I don't think I was that drunk. I remember going home. I thought I went home alone, but I didn't. But I'm taking it's like all the events is on me. It's like I'm just I can't remember doing it, but it's me. It's totally me. There's no doubt about it. But I just want to go forward with it. I don't know where I'm gonna go. It's,
Right.
It's jail. I'm fine with that. And, one of the detectives yesterday was saying that Texas has a death penalty. I'm like, all right, great. I'm gonna die in jail, but I can't fight it. It's obviously me. I can't remember doing anything, because they gave me time frames, and I was like, I woke up at like 9. I just felt like really groggy and tired. I thought I was just hungover, but yeah, they're like, you're here, here, and here. I'm like, how the f***? But
Although Charles played a very significant card here by accepting the allegation made against him and claiming that he's willing to go forward without much resistance, he was still denying to have a single memory that relates him to the murder. Psychotic blackouts do take place in many cases, but with an expert in the interrogation room, it's quite enticing to see how he breaks down the narrative that Charles was trying so hard to create.
Have you ever met this chick before?
never know it.
Can you remember what she looks like?
Tiny little blonde girl.
Yeah. Did they show you a picture yesterday, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember commenting at Public House, I was like, oh, you're really tiny. Because she was sitting down, and she stood up, because, I don't know, we were just drinking. I was like, oh, you're little. I remember that. We kept drinking. We all leave around like 9 something, because Katie had to leave. I just get split because I thought I went over to another bar.
You did. You went to a second bar.
Yeah, not that one. It's like, I thought I went to that one, and there's a guy in there. He's a bartender.
Yeah, the bartender in there said you were in there chatting the chick up.
Yeah, they showed me pictures yesterday, and they were at the same time. And I gave a girl my card. I don't know why we leave together. I lied when I kill someone. I don't. I don't know how that would escalate. And so there's a zip tie. It had her hair on it.
Well, you know what gets you. Well, so this is the swimming pool that's missing from your backyard, right? It didn't burn up all the way, and the edges curled over, so your DNA's, all over it, fingerprints, DNA, and everything, in the backside of the body, same thing. There's DNA on it. The other side of the swimming pool, there's DNA, there's fingerprints, there's dog hair that's going to end up matching, I think, your dog's, and you get the knife with, that test isn't back yet, but the knife that's in your closet is going to come back with her blood on it, and the reason that they found out right away is it wasn't burned up all the way, so they were able to get fingernails, or fingerprints. It's called AFIS, Automatic Fingerprinting Information System. So they can, basically the morgue rolls her fingerprints because they're not off there, and then that's how we identify her so fast. And underneath her nails, she's got some skin. It's going to come back, we believe, to you. They just got their stuff, your DNA yesterday, and then I started
doing the swap and everything.
Yeah, I started pushing that. It was going to be 30 days, and I started pushing that last night. So the stuff starts coming back, and that's some of those texts. I asked them to update me as we go through, so I know definitive things. I can already tell you what's going to be there, but the swimming pool, your DNA on her body, or what's going to end up being your dog's hairs in the pool on her clothes. I mean, but your roommate's got you out there at 4 a.m. digging a hole in the backyard. Let's see if I got a picture of the swimming pool where you dug a hole. But you're digging a hole basically where that swimming pool was, and he said you're putting in a kiki pond. Do you remember that conversation with him?
Koi pond?
Koi pond, yeah. You remember telling him that you were putting in a koi pond at 4 a.m.?
God, I remember koi pond, that's crazy. I remember digging a hole. It's like I saw the shovel next morning and
your DNA is all over it. One of them had they found a partial or a full fingerprint. See, as I'm getting these back, these are all my tests coming in. DNA positive.
Evidence-based interrogations are highly effective. Suspects or perpetrators rarely have a defense against the solid evidence detectives present. Detective Holland didn't have to work hard to unmask Charles. His silence was precisely the reaction they expected. However, at this stage, the conversation wasn't just about proving his guilt. It was about uncovering the motive. It was evident that Charles didn't know Jackie before that night, nor did Jackie know him. The sheer brutality of the murder, combined with his attempt to get away with it, didn't quite add up. So the detective played his strongest card, and it, to a certain extent, did the trick. Charles looked very uncomfortable and anxious every time Detective Holland mentioned his ex-girlfriend and his arrest for stalking her. This discomfort reflected a deep-rooted repressed emotion he was having, but was actively choosing to deny.
You ever broke up with a girl? Well, let me ask you this, you ever been stalked?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And the girl Becca was actually going to go meet, actually it's pretty stalkerish, but...
Okay, and how does that happen? Is that from a girl that broke up with you? Does she turn around and stalk you?
Not so much. You have to part ways with him.
Right. So who stalks you? It's the girl that you kicked to the curb, right? Why? Because they can't take rejection. All right?
I don't even know how I'd kill someone. Let alone chop them up and burn them. Hitting a shovel at 4 in the morning.
Well, some of that, so, again, we talk about the psychosis where you slip into someone else. We don't need to concentrate so much on cutting up bodies and lighting things on fire, all right? Because that's the part where you're in the military, right? You're in mission mode. You're in survival mode. Bad happened, now you need to suck it up and get through it, all right? And that's just SOP of your mindset. I mean, you're a guy who goes in the gym who's supposed to do 10 reps, and instead you do 12 or 15, right? You're going beyond and above. But you're one who finishes a workout. You get done with things. You got a cramp. You're thirsty. You're hungover. You're going to tough it out and get through it. And this is one of those deals where shit goes bad, and now you're mission oriented. Now I got to get past that. That's the, I call it A to G, right? Which is meeting her and things happening, and then you have this middle zone, this G where shit goes bad. All right, and then you have this, J through Z or whatever you want to call it. Probably don't know my alphabet good enough. Pretty good. But you've got that, which is this after action report, which is, you go nuts and now you need to get rid of things. I'm not so worried about that. I mean, that's explained by, someone who freaks out. That's obviously not your nature. That's easy to deal with. What I'm concerned about is that what's the red button issue? What sends this south?
I've never wanted to kill anyone. Actually, it's like came across me one of the crazy. It's like I've never acted on anything like that. So.
Well, and you say something that's interesting. What's the chance that you have this chick and you're so drunk that you start picturing Caitlin's crazy? I mean, there's something called repression. Where basically you're seeing someone in someone else's body. Do you see? All right, forget about this girl who's dead. A couple nights ago, do you see Caitlin with you? Is there a chance that you
resemble each other?
No. Well, that doesn't make a difference physically. It's what's your mental mindset. How screwed up are you from Caitlin, man?
Sensing his unease, Detective Holland proposed a possible motive. Charles' reaction confirmed that Holland's assumption had hit its mark. It was his obsession with Caitlin that consumed him, leading him to mistake Jackie for her while he was drunk. And when he realized what he had done, he treated the young woman as though she were nothing more than a disposable object, something he could simply destroy, burn, and bury to wipe away his guilt. It was most likely that Charles had the intention to kill Caitlin, but instead killed Jackie. According to Detective Holland, he might have felt that there were certain similarities between the two. It was chilling to realize that they were able to prevent another murder. The detective finds another clue when they check Charles' internet search history: how to remove a person's heart, how much formaldehyde it takes to preserve a heart, how to make a clear resin to make an art piece. It became disturbingly clear that Jackie's heart had been removed before Charles set her body on fire. Even more chilling was the revelation that he had researched these acts long before he ever crossed paths with Jackie.
It said zip ties. And then zip tie with hair on it. In the pool, so.
I mean, obviously the pool comes back from your house.
Yeah.
Obviously because of the blood and everything else, she's been in your vehicle. You got the bloodied up K-bar knife, in your closet.
Later in the interrogation, Charles comes up with every detail of how he met this girl and why she went to his house. In the end, he finally does admit to the crime by saying it was an accident. As lame as it may sound, according to Charles, they were having kinky sex, and during that, she was choked by a zip tie. At that point, he panicked and planned to bury her, which was why he went to Walmart in the morning to buy a shovel. During the trial, the jury clearly rejected that theory because there was no such evidence of such a sexual encounter. Instead, they were convinced that Charles was planning to murder Caitlin. During an interview, Caitlin revealed her version of events, which provided clarity and helped things fit into place.
How he was stalking me was completely related to Jackie Vandergriff's death. I looked up Jackie Vandergriff and I realized, oh my God, I'm already friends with her.
What initially seemed like a psychological breakdown and a tragic accident unraveled into a grim irony, a meticulously crafted act by a man devoid of empathy, who was cold and calculating to the core. And once again, Detective Holland also confronted Charles about his personality and state of mind, which turned out to be not so comfortable.
Psychopath would be someone who's basically born with a scar on their brain.
Finally, on April 16, 2018, after only 3 hours of deliberation, Charles Bryant was charged with first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison for this horrific act, also adding 20 years for tampering with evidence. He was also found guilty of a Class 3 felony for having explicit content of underage individuals on his computer. It was unmistakably clear that he was evolving into something truly monstrous.
All these are the same clothes you went there when you killed her?
Yes. No, I didn't kill my mom.
I already know that you're the one that went there, okay? I need you to help me understand why you did this to your mom.
The man you just saw killed his own mother, and this is how the detectives found her body. After killing his mother, he foolishly got caught leaving the scene on CCTV footage. And this is how he left his mother behind in a pool of her own blood. On October 25, 2018, Athena Valentini, who was a nurse in the San Luis Obispo County Prison in California, did not show up for work. This resulted in her colleagues triggering protocol to check on her. The first worry most had when a staff member did not attend work at the prison without prior notice was that they had been brutally attacked by a runaway inmate.
Athena, police department! Yep. 11:44. Item 12. Code 4. 11:44. Alright, just don't touch anything, but looks like a lot of pills. Oh, wait, no. There's a lot of blood. Yeah. Can't really tell for slice marks.
You want to check the garage?
Yeah, let's go through there. I don't see the animal. So she's got a kid. She's had any problems? DV problems, anything?
No, the neighbor just said that a lot of
I
homeless.
saw her at work yesterday, or last night actually.
No car?
Negative.
The worst had happened. Athena's body was found in a pool of her own blood with slash marks to her throat and upper body. It looked like Athena had tried to defend herself, but the attacker had been too determined to take her life. After finding the body, police start talking to the neighbors to gather any important pieces of information.
Do you know if she has relatives?
She's got a son in Chicago, maybe?
Do you know how to get a hold of him? No.
Not.
When was the last time you talked to her?
It's probably last week.
Okay.
She didn't pass away, did she?
Yeah.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Got cameras.
Okay. Well,
When was last time?
if you don't mind, we'll be contacting you in a little bit.
Yeah,
That'd be okay?
The neighbor's offer of letting the detectives take a look at his front door's camera's footage will later become a very crucial piece of evidence. We'll show you in a little while how the intruder sneakily executed his evil plan. In the meantime, the detectives started their investigation. This case quickly picked up traction in the media, and the locals felt very connected to it. The Grover Beach Police Station also had a significant following on social media, and hence they posted a plea for any help that anyone could offer in finding Athena's killer, and also locating her little dog, whose name was also Athena and who had been missing since the time of her death. The reason that the welfare check was done to begin with was because prison authorities feared that workers might get attacked. Naturally, the first instinct of the detectives was to look for a runaway or recently released prisoner looking for revenge. But what Athena's neighbors said shocked the detectives and gave them a whole new angle to pursue in this case.
Hello, Sergeant Rubina, Grove Beach PD. I'm trying to get a little more information on your neighbor here at the first department. When's the last time you've seen her and talked to her?
It was probably 2 days ago, and I think I heard her either last night or the night before.
You heard her?
Yeah, she was talking to someone in Hungary, and I think it was her son.
Oh, on a phone or something like that?
No, in person.
Okay.
We will now show you the 3 crucial pieces of evidence which brought the main suspect into the interrogation room. The CCTV footage that the neighbor had offered became the focal point of the initial investigation. When the officer was notifying Levente of his mother's death, we see through his body cam footage that Levente owned a Jeep Patriot. This was the very same car that was spotted in front of Athena's home on the fateful night. And this is the CCTV footage that linked Levente directly to the crime scene. This figure strongly resembling Levente was noticed near Athena's home on the day of the murder and was seen leaving with Athena's dog later. An even more incriminating aspect of this footage was the fact that Athena's dog was following this man without a leash. According to neighbors, the dog was only friendly with people it had known for a long time. This made detectives stop looking for a stranger and made them even more suspicious of Levente. Another piece of evidence was Levente's car. Not only was it seen right in front of Athena's home on the day of the murder, but when tracked through its license plate number, it showed that Levente had traveled all the way from Bloomington to California just for this. His car was spotted in many places along the route, providing detectives with a clear map and a timeline of his travels. And finally, Levente's phone, or rather his burner phone, which he had seemingly bought just for this, was the final piece of crucial evidence. When checking Athena's call logs, detectives noticed that Athena had gotten multiple calls from an unknown number, and to leave no leaf unturned, they looked into it. This number was traced to a man called Jacob Keith in Cincinnati, Ohio. Detectives investigated and found out that it was purchased at a Best Buy in Bloomington, Indiana, just a few miles away from Levente's department. Detective Casey Neal, the lead investigator, requested the Bloomington police to retrieve the CCTV footage of the time of the purchase. And to everyone's shock, it was Levente again. What was almost misinterpreted as a coincidence was now confirmed. Levente was the only possible suspect. He had used a fake name to buy the burner phone, hoping it would not be traced back to him. Police looked into all the cell towers that this burner phone came in contact with, and it was found that on October 24th, it had been near Athena's residence until 11 o'clock. This was the same time around which the man captured in the CCTV footage could be seen leaving. It was also later found that after the murder, this burner phone was mirroring the movement of Athena's phone. This meant that he had probably taken her phone along with him after the crime. The fact that he bought the phone in advance showed that the crime was clearly premeditated. All these pieces put together painted a horrible picture of a son killing his own mother. An immigrant mother who had dedicated her life to this very son. Levente was picked up by the police soon after and brought into the interrogation room.
To give you a little more information, your mom, I believe she was attacked and killed on the 24th of October.
What day is that?
That was
Wednesday.
Thursday. So let me look at the calendar.
Because I don't know the dates.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Sure. So, yeah, so it was Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. And so you talked to her on Monday, right?
Yes.
And then you went to Indianapolis on Tuesday. It was the 23rd.
Correct.
Okay, so then Wednesday is when I believe she was killed.
Okay, and she texted me.
And she texted you on Thursday, on the 25th.
Yes.
At 9 p.m., okay. And then you've been in Bloomington since then?
Yeah, or just like the nearby area.
There's video surveillance cameras on your mom's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
I did not.
The video surveillance cameras show you going into your mom's apartment when she was murdered. Okay. So what I'm here to do today to talk to you is about, I already know that you're the one that went there. Okay. I need you to help me understand why you did this to your mom.
I didn't do anything to my mom.
Levente, it's clear to me. There's clear as day, unfortunately. We went and bought that phone at Best Buy. You're on video there, buying that phone, the Cricket wireless phone that you used during this trip. I have you on video there. I have your video on your mom's house. I have video afterwards with Athena leaving. Okay?
Casey,
you have to accept, we're past that part. Okay. I know it's tough. This is something that's me hard to talk about, but...
No, there's nothing hard to talk about. It's the fact that I didn't...
Explain to me why you killed your mom.
Levente has definitely prepared this story for a long time before being brought into the interrogation room. But there are elements to his crime that he seems to have totally missed. One of the biggest being that he is unaware that his mother had installed a doorbell camera. The more camera footage that the detective reveals they've already acquired, the more nervous Levente grows. While the interrogation is being conducted, other detectives are looking through Levente's home and are about to find even more incriminating evidence. Watch until the end, because Levente is dumbfounded when he's confronted with the same. He never anticipated the detectives finding those clues, and that reflects on his face and in his answers.
Well, there had to be something to where...
No.
Listen to me. It's clear, Levente. Let me show you a couple things here. Okay, just so you know. Okay, here's her trust, right?
Okay.
And this goes in to explain that you are her sole heir, so you do get all her property.
But I didn't even know about this. I mean, I knew she wrote one up, or she talked to attorneys,
sure.
But I didn't know about this.
Okay. Let me show you a few things here. Okay. So we can get past that part. Because it's more about why, okay?
It's not about why.
Okay. Okay.
I don't understand what you're saying.
This is your house right here where this is.
Yes.
This is your mom's house.
Yes.
Okay. You understand that pictures caught you along the route. That's your Jeep, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what you're telling me about being in Indiana and never leaving and not seeing your mom in January of this year.
No, I saw her in
is
January.
Clearly, well, you were at her house on the 24th of
I
October.
was not in her house. Of October of this year, I was not.
Levente, do you see what I'm showing you? You want to see more? Your picture of your Jeep was taken all along your route with you in it. Okay? The video at your mom's house showed you driving by at 3:30 that afternoon, okay, in your Jeep. Okay? Understand what all this says is that you were. So for you to sit here and tell me that makes zero sense, and it doesn't look, good for you. Okay? What I'm trying to understand is, did something happen when you were there that caused a struggle with your mom?
No.
Were you just mad at her? Do you need money?
No. I don't need money.
So what happened? Tell me what happened.
I don't
That's the only way we're going to understand this a little bit better. Because you seem like a very intelligent, smart, and a nice person. And something had to have happened that
Casey,
day.
nothing.
We all make mistakes.
No.
Okay?
I mean, I understand everybody makes mistakes, but no, First of all, as you pointed out, I had a rough childhood.
Yeah.
But you know what? I've always had my mom. Always had my mom. She was the number one person, with the exception of the dog, that I could go to.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for me to hurt her. I never hurt her. I never did. If anything, I went out of my way to help her all the time. There's no...
Can you explain this?
I cannot. I absolutely cannot. But I did not do anything to her. I really didn't. I promise.
Do you understand that there was video surveillance all over that complex?
Okay, there was.
I watch you go in and out of the house. I watch you. Your mom actually had a video surveillance in her house because she was worried about the transients.
Okay.
Okay. I watched you do it. Okay.
What do you mean you watched me do it? I didn't do anything. Casey.
Help me explain why.
Why what?
What happened that day? What happened in your life around that time where you decided
Nothing.
I have to do this?
Nothing.
Was it a spur of the moment? So your mom, you called her that day several times, and she actually told her friends about it and left voicemails about talking to you.
Yeah.
On the 24th.
Yeah, I spoke to her.
You told me earlier that you didn't. You said on the 22nd. But you called her from the phone that you bought at Best Buy.
I didn't. I only have one phone. I only have one phone, Casey.
Did you not buy a phone at Best Buy?
No. I did not.
Do you want me to show you the video of it?
I didn't.
Do you want me to show you the video of it?
Sure.
Okay. Do you not believe I have this? Or?
Casey.
I'm just.
Look, I understand you're looking for motive.
No.
There is absolutely no reason for me to hurt my mom. Okay. This December, I was talking to her about meeting Hannah's parents.
Okay.
I asked my mom for her engagement ring so I can use it as a promise ring for Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing.
Did you find the ring there?
I don't have a ring. I absolutely do not have a ring. I'm not going to hurt my mom for a little gold ring.
I know, there was more to it.
Okay.
Okay.
That was it. What more?
You have to. Why did this happen? Why did you hurt your mom? Did you understand how this technology works?
I understand.
Do you understand that?
It communicates. There are cell towers, like, let's say every 25 miles away, and every time you move from one zone to another zone to another zone, it kind of follows the cell tower or a nearby cell tower. I understand that.
Okay.
But, like, for example, I don't know why it said Texas. I haven't been to Texas since I first moved out here, which was 2015, because I drove through it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
You didn't buy a phone at Best Buy.
I'm saying I didn't hurt my mom. I didn't go to California. this year, except in January, to see. And I flew there. I didn't even drive.
Do you realize that these text messages you show me from your mom were after she was dead?
Mm-hmm.
They were sent after she was dead. You sent those texts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my phone.
Right. You sent those texts from your mom's phone to you because she was already dead. She couldn't.
What? No. Look. Hold on. I'm sorry. No. I didn't send those text messages.
Okay.
I don't know. Look, I finished the test. First of all, why don't you... Is there a way to see... You're accusing me of hurting my own mom.
Well, do you understand why?
Because of a map, of a phone and another phone traveling...
Videos of you at her house, walking into the house, walking out with a dog. Okay? I know this. Where's Athena?
I don't have Athena.
Where is she?
I don't know because I haven't...
Did you leave her there? Is she still alive?
I don't have the dog. I don't know if she's alive. I haven't seen the dog or my mom since January. Casey, I didn't.
Okay.
Look, I've been open with you with everything.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But unfortunately, you know, I have things that show different. So because I like you, I want to spend this time with you, but I'd like to understand why. It's clear, Levente, that
look,
something happened that day with you and your mom. Is that not your Jeep driving in front of your mom's house? That's on the 24th of October.
I can't. I mean, I saw the Jeep.
Okay, that's your Jeep, correct?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I just saw a
let's watch it
white...
again. Here you go. Okay? What's that in that corner?
A sticker.
Right? Okay? That's your sticker, the exact place you have it on your Jeep, correct?
Okay.
What's that sticker? Exact sticker you have on your Jeep, is that correct?
I didn't see the second sticker, but...
Okay.
Okay.
So this is in front of your mom's house.
Okay.
On 1024, look. At 1527, which means 327.
I didn't see my mom. The next thing, I didn't see...
Explain that to me then.
I don't know. There's...
That's your Jeep.
How do you know that's my Jeep, though? Can you show me proof of me?
Yeah. Is that what you need in order to tell me what happened?
Sure, but I didn't do anything.
Levente.
Yes.
I've been very nice to you.
I know
I've
you
bent
are.
over backwards to help explain all this. You realize there's you and Athena walking away. Okay? Right there. I have you on video going all the way up the street to where you parked. Do you realize that?
That's not me. That's not me. How can that be me?
Vente, because it was you. Okay?
You showed one person walking by with a dog.
I have lots of video. They're hard to get to on this, but do you not understand? Okay, so listen, if you were me, okay, and I know that your phone starts at your house here in Indiana.
And that there's a cricket phone.
And you I have video watching you. I looked at you yesterday, watched all the video of you going in and buying this phone. Okay. On the 22nd, you walk out and you get in your Jeep in the parking lot. You sit in your Jeep for about 20 minutes. You activate the phone. It all shows clear as day. It matches exactly with the records that I have for that phone and your phone. Your phone and that phone are together in all these towers until you shut it off on the way there.
Yes. In
Springfield or around Springfield, Missouri. You made mistakes. You called your own phone to check your voicemail on your way back from this phone you bought at Best Buy. Okay. That phone travels with your phone in your Jeep. There's pictures taking you along the whole way right to your mom's house. Yes. There's video surveillance of you in multiple places right at your mom's house. Okay, so tell me you're telling me that you're here, but that's complete contradiction to everything that I know. So help me understand why this happened. I already know that you hurt your mom that day. Was there an argument?
No, because I did not hurt my mom. I did not see her.
Did you buy the phone at Best Buy?
The cricket?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay, why did you buy that phone?
Personal reasons.
Like what?
Personal reasons.
Can you explain that to me?
No, because it has nothing to do with this. It has nothing to do with my mom or...
Well, you called your mom from it.
I did.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I spoke to her for like an hour.
Yeah. What did you guys talk about?
Many different things. The promised ring, my mom's job, the doctor's visit, talked about Joseph. That was it.
Why did you have to buy that phone for those conversations?
Personal reasons. I also made other calls.
Okay, to who on that phone?
To other people that are not at all related to this.
Okay.
And
what about Hannah?
I've called Hannah on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've called Joseph on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Hannah go with you to California?
No.
Did Joseph go with you to your mom's?
No.
Okay. Did anyone else go with you to your mom's?
No, because I didn't go to my mom's.
Okay. Where's that phone now?
I threw it away.
Where did you throw it away?
In my trash.
Where?
Where I live.
Where you live?
Yes.
Okay. And what day did you throw that phone away?
Last week.
And what kind of phone was it?
Flip phone.
Flip phone?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you buy that?
At Best Buy.
What'd you pay with?
Cash.
Okay. You remember how much you spent, roughly?
$25, $30.
Okay. What's Hannah gonna tell me when I talk to her about where you were?
And I was not there.
What's she gonna say? What'd you tell Hannah?
I was in California. But I didn't go see my mom. I didn't see her. I drove by her place.
What'd you
I went to Los Angeles. I went to Los Angeles too, and I could prove it to you. I could show it to you.
Okay.
To buy marijuana.
Okay.
And I bought medicinal marijuana. I went to it's on Venice Street in Los Angeles. That's why I went to California.
Okay.
And
how do you show that to me?
How?
Yeah.
I have weed in my house.
Okay. And how much weed did you buy?
About $120 worth.
$120 worth of weed?
Yeah, it's 15 grams.
Okay.
That's it.
So that's why you came to California?
I know it sounds ridiculous, but I don't know anyone here except Hannah. Hannah is not going to go ask people. I'm not going to go ask other people either. She's in medical school.
Okay. What did you tell Hannah?
That I was going to Chicago.
And why did you tell her that?
Because she doesn't like it. She doesn't like, because she's in medical school, she's worried about, like, first of all, this is Indiana. They don't have any, if I got caught smoking weed here, she would get in trouble. Because of that, I kind of kept that a secret from her.
Okay. So what day did you leave to go to California?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, which was what? What's the date on Tuesday?
23rd.
Okay. And about what time did you leave?
8 a.m.
8 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you get
Or,
to California?
no, I'm sorry, 6 a.m. 6 a.m.
6 a.m.?
9 a.m.
You drove?
Yes.
In what?
My car.
Your Jeep?
Yes.
Okay, the same one I have the pictures of?
Yes.
Okay. How long did it take you, number one, to get to California?
Thursday, I think, was when I got there. Thursday, because I went to LA and that's when I bought marijuana.
How many hours driving is that?
30, 40?
30 or 40 hours?
I really don't know.
Did you stop and stay at a hotel anywhere?
No, I just drove all the way through.
You just drove all the way through?
Yes.
And you got to California on Thursday?
Thursday.
About what time?
Afternoon. It was about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock when I went to Los Angeles.
Okay. So did you stay anywhere?
No, I drove the entire time.
You just drove straight from your house to LA to your mom's house.
I stopped and
then straight back to Indiana.
I stopped and slept.
Where did you stop and sleep?
In the driver's seat of the car.
Okay. Well, where did you actually stop?
Going to California, first place I stopped was Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay. And you remember where you stopped?
No, it was like a rest stop. So it was not in Albuquerque, it was nearby, off the highway, rest stop.
Okay.
How long? 3 hours, 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the only time you stopped?
For that trip.
For that entire trip?
Went to California, and then I went to an In-N-Out, and then I stopped in the car there after eating, and then I went up to my mom's. I was going to surprise her. She wasn't there, and then I drove back.
Okay. When you say she wasn't there?
She wasn't there. I called her on my Cricket phone.
Uh-huh.
I drove by. Her car wasn't there. I called her on my phone, the other phone. She didn't pick up. I guess she was at work. I had to get back. Are you ever going to show me that picture or that video of me walking into my mom's house?
Is that what it would take for you to tell me the truth?
I'm curious because
Would you tell me the truth if I showed you that?
You've mentioned...
Would you tell me the truth?
You've mentioned a lot of evidence, but you've never shown me anything except the Google,
Would you tell me the truth if I showed it to you? I mean, is that what it takes?
Is this a psychiatry thing going back and forth with questions? I'm asking you, are you ever going to show it? It's either yes or no. It's not a question back. That's what I'm asking.
What if I showed it to you?
Same thing.
What would you say?
You just showed...
What would you say?
Oh, well, I gotta see it. I don't know. I have to...
Why would you have to see it? You know...
Because... No, I don't. Because you're telling me this... You're telling me you have so much evidence of this and that, but you haven't shown me anything except the, the map. The map and the cell phone. I didn't go to my mom's house. Prove it to me. Just please prove it to me. Because...
And then what?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
What do you mean?
Then you would tell me what happened?
This is a psychology thing.
It's not.
This is like a psychology meeting where you ask one question and then psychiatrists or psychologists ask a question back, and it just goes question, question, question. Nothing gets done.
I'm gonna go see if your phone's done.
I'm just asking.
Levente's interrogation began with him talking about how well he was doing financially. But when the detectives looked into his books, it turned out that he had lost about $49,000 in the stock market. Additionally, he still owed $70,000 in student loans. He also owed the IRS roughly $12,000. From this, they deduced that the motive was financial, and Levente had just wanted the insurance and funds that his mother Athena was leaving behind for her son, not knowing what he would do to her for the money. In the end, Levente Lazar was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the premeditated murder of his mother done for financial gains.
Oh, no! No! No!
This is 46-year-old Matthew Lewis Malacone, and he just witnessed a horrifying ordeal. Matthew had discovered that his wife, Kimberly, was having an affair with a man named Daniel Giannone. He lost control and stormed over to Daniel's house to confront him.
Stop it! Stay away from my wife! Stop it! Stop it! Stay away from my wife!
What followed was a violent rat chase.
Stop it, man! Stop it! Stop!
The confrontation quickly escalated into a full-blown gunfight between the two men. Alarmed by the chaos, one of Daniel's family members called 911, desperate to prevent a fatal tragedy.
Hello? I need somebody just chased you to get my house.
Listen. But it was too late, and things had already taken a deadly turn. Someone was shot.
911, what is the address of the emergency? What is the address? He pulled out a gun. My wife's been shot. Okay.
Officers arrived at the scene within moments. Kimberly was rushed to the hospital for urgent medical care, while Matthew was taken into custody for questioning.
She okay? I wasn't out there, sir. I've been here the whole time.
You can't find out for me?
I told you we couldn't tell you, sir.
Oh my God. No. God, help her. God, please. She didn't deserve this. God, help her.
All right, here's what's going to happen.
Is she okay?
Matt?
Yeah.
If I unhandcuff you, you're going to behave yourself?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, we don't have any issues there?
What?
When I unhandcuff you, I want you to have a seat, okay, partner?
Oh, boy, it's not good.
No, it's not good, bud.
Is she alive? Is she alive?
Hold on. Relax. Sit down.
Is my wife alive?
We're going to talk real quick here, okay? And your wife is Kimberly, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Please. Please.
She didn't make it. She died.
Oh, no! 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 Oh my God, no! No! Oh my God, no!
After the screaming and yelling, Matthew pulls himself together. You might expect the news to quell his anger and fill him with guilt, but that's not where Matthew's focus lies.
No! No! What just happened? Psycho! That Oh my God! Did he make it? That's why my wife's dead, is because I'm a horrible shot! Is he alive? You can't answer that?
I mean, you told me you wanted your attorney. We can have a conversation if you'd like. It's up to you.
Now I learned that in CPL class. If a firearm's been discharged, wait for your attorney. I'll wait for my attorney. Oh my God. She did nothing.
Matthew demands an attorney before he speaks, but he's impatient. Rather than waiting for the lawyer he asked for himself, he continues talking, possibly driven by his lingering anger.
Oh my God. Why would he do that? Like, she went there to talk to him, and this guy comes out like goddamn Rambo. Firing his shot. I had my hands in the air with no weapon. My clip was concealed, Officer Detective. My gun was in its holster and concealed. I was like this. And as I said, stop talking to my wife. And as soon as I finished wife, a shot went off. And she screamed and he did this. And as soon as he did this, I ducked behind that car. And then I grabbed my firearm and I came up over the hood and I just started shooting. I emptied two clips. I had to replace one. I don't even think I hit him.
How many rounds? Do you have any idea how many rounds?
No.
You said you replaced a clip. What kind of gun was it?
9mm.
Okay. Did you bring more than one gun or?
No, one gun.
Just one? Okay. And so tell me how this transpired today. You guys were at home when this conversation took place and you decided to leave, or how did that?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Like, how did you get on the topic? Like, what is this something that's been going on for a while? Like,
oh, I found out about it again 45 days-ish ago. I knew about it, like I told you.
So like a month and a half ago?
Yeah.
Matthew believes the affair had rekindled just a month and a half ago, but in reality, it had been going on for years. Unaware that the affair with Danielle had been going on for years, Matthew believed it was a recent betrayal. His emotions were understandable at this point in the story, but what he chose to do on July 12, 2022 would change his life forever.
And then I found out when she was 43. And we had a nice talk. Do you love me? Yes. Okay, come back to me. And I trusted her, and I never looked at her phone. And then 6 years later, a friend says, hey, man, I think your wife's still seeing that guy. So I confronted her, and she didn't lie. She said, yeah, no, I have been. I'm sorry, you know. And I said, well, baby, I can't go on like this. I can't be, you know, your husband and you cheating.
Yeah.
So either you break it off this time, or if I hear about it again, we're getting divorced. So she said, I'll break it off. I trusted her. And then that's when we got into the conversation, I guess today. I said, so how did you break it off? Oh, you never broke it off. You haven't seen him since February. You never told him, get lost, stop contacting me, we're breaking up.
Yeah.
Okay, then she goes, no. I said, so what? You're just going to wait around for him to call again? Because he'll do that, just like he has been. And she goes, well, that makes sense. She goes, I'll break it off. And I said, all right. She goes, let's go now. I think it was 8:30 when we got there. It was light, or just getting dark, 9 o'clock maybe.
So it was her idea to drive to his house to break it off with you?
Yeah, she wanted to prove it to me, you know.
It seems Matthew gave Kimberly many chances, only to be betrayed each time. He could have walked away, but perhaps this time he truly believed the affair would finally end. At this point, it seems like his anger is justified, but it's still too early to judge, especially since he brought a firearm with him, which doesn't work in his favor.
You guys
break it off.
Were you guys drinking today?
Yeah.
Okay. How about drugs? Were you doing any drugs?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
A little.
Okay. So you're doing marijuana, doing some drinking, and you decide to go up there with her.
Yeah, I wasn't going to let her go alone.
And why was that?
Because his fiance cornered my wife about 1.5 years ago. Followed her from our house to a Panera Bread and cornered her and threatened her.
I thought you said the fiance didn't know that they were
still hooking up. She knew that they were.
Oh.
She doesn't know that they have still been hooking up.
Okay.
A private investigator was hired by this guy's fiance. He's just a scumbag. He's just always had affairs with married women. He's been through 3 or 4 fiancés.
Okay.
He's engaged right now, sleeping with my wife. Got a baby on the way with his fiance, and she doesn't know about that. He's been sleeping with my wife and probably God knows who else, you know.
Danielle doesn't come across as an honest man, especially after learning about his affair with Kimberly. While Matthew did hurt him, Kimberly died in the process. Matthew's anger is understandable, but what truly happened that day needs to be fully understood before making any judgments. And the detective knows that this is a confusing event, at least at this moment.
After smoking, doing drinking, you decide it's a good idea to go up there with your firearm and have your wife finally cut it off with the guy she's having an affair with.
I thought it was going to be easy now. I thought it was going to be, hey, stop calling me. I'm done. And he was going to say, no problem. We were going to get in the car and fucking turn around and go home.
And you're saying your wife was driving and your wife was in that driver's seat every time you guys went to leave, went to do whatever. You're saying now that your wife was in the driver's seat.
Yes, she drove there and she got in the driver's seat and put it in reverse.
To back up.
Correct.
But the car wouldn't, what happened with the car?
I don't know if we hit something. It was smoking. Maybe he shot it. I don't know. It wouldn't move.
What do you mean you were, what is that?
I had it in reverse and it felt like it was stuck either in some mud.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't going. And then it started smoking from the hood. And when I saw that, I got out of the car.
So it was like, was it like, you had it in gear, but you were stomping on the gas?
When Kim was shot, she fell over to the side. He's shooting at us at this point. I hop from the passenger into the driver, turn it, and it won't go. I got it, and I'm like this, you know? Mm-hmm. And it won't go. So then finally I put it in park and I get out and I go behind the vehicle and that's where I called you.
Okay. Honestly, I think you drove up there to fucking give him a what for?
No. That's not the truth. She drove up there because she wanted to show me that it was over. She goes, I'll go break it off with them right now. It'll take 2 seconds. Let's go.
Yeah.
I was getting shot at the time. What a fuck up. Oh my God. Oh my God. I had no idea. What the f?
All right.
For blood in the garage or a bullet hole in the garage.
Yeah. Also the cameras.
Okay, there you go. Beautiful. We got cameras. He's got cameras? Does he?
I can't tell you on that.
Well, I hope he does. You better, you'll look for those, correct?
We gather all the facts.
Okay, good.
Everybody's got a story, right, to tell.
I hope he's got cameras.
You know, the problem is that you drove up there in that driveway, and that started this whole chain of events, is the issue.
What's illegal about that?
Well, your wife's dead as a result of this decision to drive up to his driveway and decide to, whatever, confront him, break it off, however you want to word that.
Break it off.
Break it off, whatever.
That's what you wanted to do.
I understand. I'm just telling you. The decision making that took place to drive up there and do that after doing drinking. Now here we are.
God. Oh my God.
Do you have a neighbor or anything that's real close, that is close with your family, that one of your neighbors on either side or anything like that? Nothing.
No.
Matthew now realizes he's far from safe. Although it might seem like the officers are going easy on Danielle, who accidentally shot Kimberly, the law comes into play when someone enters another's property with a loaded weapon and threatens violence.
We are gathering. We got a lot of evidence to gather. So
they're at the house.
We're going to be taking care of all that. They're processing the scene
immediately, right?
It's yeah.
Okay,
we're not leaving there until we get everything. I'll be right back with you. All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God, my wife is dead. Oh my God. No.
Further investigation revealed that Kimberly had sent nearly $60,000 in multiple payments to Danielle, intensifying Matthew's anger over the affair. Taking everything into account, officers concluded that Matthew's actions were premeditated, leading to charges of voluntary manslaughter, assault with intent to murder, and firearm use during a felony. On July 10, 2024, Matthew was sentenced to 7 to 15 years for manslaughter, 12 to 40 years for assault, and 6 years for firearm-related charges. It's tragic how an affair can destroy so many lives, and how decisions made under the influence of anger or intoxication can lead to disaster. Matthew became a victim of his own emotions and tragically lost the woman he loved in the process.
And we have, substantial amounts of video actually from that street. There's so many homes have surveillance systems now. We also have surveillance system from West 47th Street.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, on the next street over by the convenience store. We have video from multiple places over there. So we know something bad happened inside of that apartment.
At this moment, the suspect Osby Scott, who also goes by the name Cortez or No-No, realizes the evidence is inescapable, and he's caught on camera with no way out. On December 23, 2019, Osby Scott, 52, entered the apartment of Dillard Carl Kennedy and his girlfriend Heather Kruthamel at West 49th Street near Storer Avenue at about 11 p.m. to collect a $200 debt. When Dillard told Osby he didn't have the money, it sparked a heated argument between them.
The bed, I said, Cortez, can you please leave? At that time, I heard the first gunshot, and then Cortez beat the bedroom door in, and he looked at me and pointed the gun at me and shot it. I was like, my legs were underneath my butt, like I was kneeling on the bed holding pork chop. I didn't know I got shot or anything. And that took him like a couple seconds. Then Carl, he had a pink blanket wrapped around him, and he like fell like onto the bed and he said, "Call 911."
After the shooting, Osby fled the scene. A week later, on January 1st, 2020, police arrested him at a car lot. Following his arrest, authorities uncovered a recorded jail call in which Osby referenced the incident.
Dog run up on me and dude got a clear look at my face. They've seen me walk from 47 to 49th through the what's name lot, which I did.
However, during the interrogation, Osby adamantly denied any involvement. Surveillance footage from two neighbors and the surrounding local businesses captured Osby near the apartment. Among the recovered footage, Osby could be seen approaching the house and later fleeing the area. This footage, along with witness testimony, was used to trace his movements on the night of the incident.
And we have, substantial amounts of video actually from that street. There's so many homes have surveillance systems now. We also have surveillance system from West 47th Street.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, on the next street over by the convenience store. Mm-hmm. We have video from multiple places over there. So we know something bad happened inside of that apartment. What exactly happened, we don't know. I don't think you're a cold-blooded killer, Mr. Scott.
Man, listen.
I
didn't do nothing to nobody, man. I went there to talk to them and say, "Where's my money?" Boom. Before I came upstairs, somebody was already up there arguing with them folks. Okay. Then I hear, Bob. I went back through the field and got to walking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about nothing, man. But I'm thinking there's somebody that OD'd over.
What do they call you on the street?
They call me No.
They call you No?
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
All right. So, again, Mr. Scott, here's the thing. You don't come across to me as a cold-blooded killer.
Man, I ain't.
Something bad happened up in there. Here's the issue, what we got to get past, and we got to get out in front of, is there's two sides to every story, right? And somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Yeah.
Somewhere in here. That's what we're trying to get to. Something happened up in there. And now the problem is this, again, one person is deceased, one person isn't.
Uh-huh.
What I can say is that based on the testimony of the surviving victim, based on the surveillance video from the surrounding areas, we'd really like to know what bad took place up in there. Something bad happened. Remember what I said about all the video in those houses around there?
I know you got video on no house around there. I ain't listen, man. You ain't seen me doing you don't see me branch no gun or nothing, man.
No, you're absolutely right. All
you
that
see
happened.
none of that, man.
You're absolutely right.
So you kill all that, man. I did not.
All of that happened up inside of the apartment.
Do nothing to nobody, man.
But see, here's the thing. I mean, we've got you on video walking to the apartment. We've got you on video coming out of the field after the incident took place, almost getting bit by a dog.
Exactly.
Getting into the Tahoe, driving away.
I didn't get in no Tahoe, man. See, that's a lie. You lying.
When you got into an SUV and you got into the driver's seat of it and you drove away, because we've got you on video.
Okay, you got me on video.
Now,
with that,
here's
man,
the
but you
question.
don't got me on video shooting nobody or nothing, man. I ain't did nothing to nobody,
No,
man. When
but
I called
here-
around and found out that man got shot, I'm saying, oh my God, man. They
Here-
trying to shoot me.
What I can say is this, is that the video evidence that we have after the shooting took place shows nobody coming out of the front of that building except the surviving victim running across yelling for help. And the video we have from 47th shows nobody coming out except you getting into that truck.
Coming out?
Yeah, coming through that field. Out of the 47th.
That's impossible, bro.
Well,
When I got there, somebody was up there arguing with them folks already, man. I don't know nothing about none of that shit. I don't have.
Well, we'll ask her about it. What did it sound like? White guy, black guy, what?
It just was. All I heard, Curl, well, I ain't got your money, man. I used to work with this cat, man. What the fuck, oh my God, man. I used to work with these guys, man.
So then you went to the casino after that?
No.
When did you go to the casino?
I got cracked at the casino like 2 days before that. That's why I'm going around trying to get my money from
You didn't go to the casino that night?
No.
The next morning?
No.
Sure about that?
About 4:30 in the morning.
Did I go to the casino?
Mm-hmm.
That night?
About 4:30.
Which casino I went to?
Jack.
Downtown?
Yeah.
Did I go to the casino? I don't know. If I got popped. I don't know. Once I said shit, they into some other shit, I say, man, I ain't gonna get my money. I probably did go to the casino.
Did you know that we were looking for you?
Yeah, but at first I thought somebody had OD'd off some fentanyl.
Why did if now you're saying you're a witness to something?
I'm not a witness to nothing.
You didn't see it, but you heard a gun go off. And you know that we're after you. Why wouldn't you have called us to say, hey, man, I know I got a story for you, but it wasn't me.
Man, listen, I don't want to be part of none of this shit, man. I didn't want to be part of none of it. None of it.
Yeah.
Not a drop of it, man.
You're
you know what I'm saying?
now,
'Cause when I heard that somebody had.
But you knew we were looking for you.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about shit. I'm like, damn, they probably trying to put this shit on me. I don't know, man. I'm talking about.
We don't put anything on anyone, just so you know.
Okay.
Heather testified truthfully, while Osby, deep in denial, was on the brink of breaking down.
You didn't do that.
Man, I'm not a cold-blooded killer, man.
I know you're not. I've sat across from cold-blooded killers.
Huh.
And you're not one of them.
They look right through you when they look at you.
Yeah, listen.
Things went bad, girl. I mean, Mr. Scott, I don't know exactly what happened. And there's not a doubt in my mind that you didn't mean to shoot Carl. There's not a doubt in my mind that you were there maybe trying to get the money that they owed you. And they owed you money. I mean, they're living on the streets. And again, I've been doing this 24 years. He's been doing it 26, 27 years. We get it when they owe you on the streets. And that's a chance they take when they're getting this on credit. That eventually they're going to have to pay it back. I think that things just got out of hand.
Or
there's no doubt in my mind.
That's his version. My version is that you knew you were going to go over there to rob him. You parked on the other side of the street. You walked around there. Maybe Rob got bad. Something went bad. But you knew that you were going to not park in front of that house because you knew what was going to go down in that house. That's my version. That makes it premeditated. So when we present this to a prosecutor, maybe my version wins, maybe his version wins. But that's a roll of the dice that you're in control of right now. If something happened in that house that caused you to defend yourself, if something happened in that house that was accidental, then that's something that we need to know about. Because right now, I'm looking you square in the eye and I'm telling you, you knew what was going to go on down there because you parked that car on the other side of the street on the other street. You walked down 49th, and then you went through the cut after those folks got shot. And you went to the truck. The dog almost got you, which you admitted. You got in the driver's seat of that truck and you drove away.
Oh, sure.
All right? So if something happened in that house that could tend to justify, if not legally in your mind.
If something happened in the house to justify, man, the charge is going to be the same. You guys ain't going to.
They ain't going to be the same.
Mr. Scott, no, it's not.
Aggravated murder is premeditated. That means you went there knowing that you were going to do what you did.
I think you parked down the other street just so they wouldn't know that you were coming over. And you were there, you just wanted to surprise them and get your money. Because they know the sound of your
His boss told me he got paid. Derek told me he got paid. Derek said, I paid them guys. Go get your money. That's the reason why I came through the freaking field, man. I ain't want them to say, oh, I ain't got no money.
You didn't come through the field, though.
I'm saying that's the reason why I parked. I had to park on the other side.
All right, so if you parked on that side, why wouldn't you have walked through the field to get to the house?
Because I was scared to go through the field because it's so much mud.
He did a lot of mud. Yeah. I was sinking.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking sinking mud.
It's horrible.
You know what I'm saying? So I walked around. Walked around, walked in, and I said, I say something to them, man. Go up the stairs. And I'm telling you, man, it's another.
Mr. Scott, hold on. Let's just get rid of that story, okay?
It's just not true.
It's not true.
We've watched it. There's all kinds of video. Like nobody went up in that house.
And I don't think you were the killer. I don't think it was premeditated. I don't. And that's going to be the huge factor here.
No, sir. It wasn't premeditated, man.
Tell us what happened, Mr. Scott.
The real, man.
Yeah.
I'm the real. I mean, we're all men here.
And listen, I went up there to talk to Carl. Carl's sitting there with the little pistol. Like I'm finna fucking attack him or something. I asked Carl for my bread. I said, we get to arguing. I said, man, listen here, man, I don't play you like that. I bring you food and all that shit when you're somewhere. You know what I'm saying? When you broke and you fucked up, man, I'll make a way to bring you shit. Then Heather bring her smart mouth out there and I tell her, Heather, stop that up. Carl would get up with mother pistol in his hand, we tussle and it goes off, man. I don't lie.
So what about?
I didn't have a gun. Carl had the fucking gun. That's the honest God's truth. Carl had the fucking gun. I went to slap Heather and me and Carl got the tussle and it went off. And she lied and told you guys when they came in there shooting at her, I didn't come in there shooting at her. Carl had the fucking gun. See what I'm saying? We got the tussle and Carl shot. The gun went off, man. I didn't go in there to hurt no fucking body. She told you we was in there arguing. And she told me to get out.
She did.
You know what I'm saying? I went, and then Carl got up, we got to tussle and he shot. And the shit went off. I ain't kill nobody, man. I ain't gonna let no tension stuff shoot nobody, man.
How'd she get shot?
I ran out the house with a fucking gun, man.
Huh? What'd you do with the gun?
The gun threw the bitch.
Where at?
In the fucking lake, man. So, the gun went off, man. I think she probably got shot when we was tussling with the gun. I don't know, man. I don't know this shit happened so fucking fast up in there, man. I go to ask them for money, man. They get to tussling with me, and next thing you know, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up for life. I'm going to prison for life.
No, I don't think so.
Man, come on, detective, man. Prosecutor, don't grind me up, man. Go to prison for life, man.
Well, we're gonna listen. I'm giving you my word. I'm giving you my word as a man, and really, that's all we have. Come on,
man.
Listen, and we're gonna re-interview Heather, and we're gonna press her.
Man, Heather gonna be lying, man. That's a lying bitch, man. I'm up there talking to her about money.
How many times did the gun go off?
I think 2 times.
2 times?
Because the first time Carl was like this.
Where were you at?
We in We're in the front room.
Okay.
We're in the front room. We like this.
What happened?
Heather, I don't know, man, this shit happened so fucking fast, but all I know is I'm trying to get this man from pointing this fucking gun at me.
What happened after the gun went off?
I grabbed the bitch and ran out the house.
Any idea how the second round went off?
In the bedroom?
I don't know, man. That shit happened so quick, man. All I know is she opened up the door. What the f*** are y'all guys? Or something like that, and pow, pow. I see Carl do like this, and I'm like, the f***? And then I see her like, you shot me. I'm like, I didn't shoot, man. It's crazy.
She got shot in the bedroom.
She got shot in the bedroom.
She was in the bedroom when she got shot. We know that for a fact.
Well, me and Carl tussling in the front room.
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. So, like, here's the front room, right?
Yeah, I know that front room.
The kitchen, and then you have the bedroom here, right? Right, was that pretty accurate?
Me and Carl tussling by the TV.
Right, the TV was like right here.
Me and Carl
by the
tussling.
door.
So she had to be.
So, but
like,
here's the thing. This one piece of evidence is over here, one piece of evidence is over here. We're trying to figure out how she got shot in the bedroom.
I'm talking, we was tussling by the TV, because when she said what she said, I said, Carl come towards me because we by the bedroom door. Like right here.
Okay.
So she got shot in the bedroom, the door open, she gets shot because we right there by the TV.
Okay. That makes
But
sense.
the thing is, man,
By the door.
I'm going down for life for this shit, man. It might take me to
Well, I can promise you one thing, Mr. Scott, that, you know, I don't know what your criminal history is. I'm being honest with you. I haven't looked at
I got out
it.
of prison for doing 13 years back in 2013.
For what?
For ag burglary or something like that, man. That's when I was.
So 13 years for ag bird?
Yeah, man. It was in Warren, Ohio. It was so much, and it was an elderly person involved, so you know how they run
They had all them specs on it.
But the thing is, man, I'm so relieved that this shit is over with, man, because
I could see it in your face right now.
it's,
Do you want some more coffee?
man, it's been so traumatic to me, man.
Despite killing a man and shooting a woman and her dog, Osby sees himself as the victim of a traumatic experience.
I can't even imagine.
It's been so traumatic, man, because I didn't mean for none of this shit to happen, man. I didn't mean for none of this shit to happen, man. You can see my family at home, man. This shit crazy.
Do you have cream and sugar in it?
What?
Do you have cream and sugar in it?
Was that cream and sugar in it?
Yeah,
you want coffee or water?
Done, man. I'll put some fucking junkie look.
Listen.
Come on, man. This shit ain't right. Stop, right?
Where's the Tahoe at?
Sold the Tahoe.
You did? Alright.
Man, this is so. How y'all know I was at the car lot? The type?
No. We didn't even talk to her. We didn't even talk to her.
I was at the car lot.
Trade secrets.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, she told y'all.
No, she didn't. Look, man, I'm looking you in the eye, telling you I have not talked to her at all, ever.
Oh,
we know about her.
Oh, y'all was on my Facebook page, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, man, this shit is done, man. Y'all gonna still keep this shit.
Went out on South Avenue.
South?
Maple.
I ain't been out there.
We've been out there.
I haven't been there.
I know, but
I don't go there. I go there to fuck the bitch you get it fuck on, man. I'm done, man. You gonna stay premeditated murder and I'm dead.
that's why I said that.
Just gonna stay.
Because if there's something else to it,
There's nothing else to it, man. Anything, man, get to tussling with the gun, man.
And you didn't bring that gun there?
No, I didn't. Carl had his own gun, man.
Well, where's that, man?
That gun, that I threw it.
Why?
So I got shot. I don't care about the gun. That's a tissue wrap over those.
Yes, sir.
I'm dead, man. That's my life.
So what's going to happen? Listen.
It's life, man. I'm gone.
That's going to depend on two things. It's going to depend on your record, which we have. I don't know what it is. We haven't seen.
I got life, man. Listen. I got life in jail. For going up there and trying to be a friend to somebody. I got life.
You say he owed you $600?
$600, and he's supposed to give me $200.
He's supposed to give you $200.
He told me he didn't have it. I had to start getting some arm off.
When was the last time you guys worked together?
Last summer.
Last summer? After that night, did you go over to Buckeye? 119th over there? No? Okay.
Mr. Scott, do you have any questions for us?
It's going to stay premeditated. I'm still one of life.
I don't think so.
Well, what's going to happen?
It will be murder.
Well, you're going to be charged on the warrant, okay? We have to do that. We have to charge you on the warrant. And that'll be tomorrow.
I'm not going to get no accident on my side. I'm not going to get nothing like that, man.
We can't sit here and say that. Okay?
I can't. I know what it's going to say, man. It's going to say straight up murder, man. I'm dead, man.
You know, that's going to be up to a grand jury.
Man, you know how the grand jury does in Kyle, man. Come on, man. There's no hope.
You know the real.
I'm done, man. I had to swallow it, man. Yeah. I had to swallow. They showed me everything, the video camera and all that.
Video camera.
Video, man. Video.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I had to swallow it, man. I tell them, man, listen. They knew it was an accident and all that shit. I know, bro. I shouldn't even went over there and mess with the dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Period. I should have left this shit alone.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Well, man, I love you, man. I guess I'll see you next lifetime.
Love you too, man. Just hit me when you get up.
See you in the next lifetime.
On June 28, 2021, Osby Scott was sentenced in Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 31 years. This sentence followed his conviction by a jury on 1 count of aggravated murder with firearm specifications, 1 count of attempted aggravated murder with firearm specifications, and 1 count of having weapons while under disability. Osby Scott's criminal past, marked by drug possession, trafficking, and theft, culminated in a life sentence after he killed Dillard Kennedy over just $200, an act that underscores the depths of human depravity.
The only way this could be an accident is you fulfilling some type of fantasy by videoing it and it going too far. Because it's on video. So you either intended to kill her or you intended to videotape this for yourself and it went too far.
On On the chilly evening of September 30th, 2019, police made a horrifying discovery when a homeless woman named Valerie Kassler dialed 911 with a disturbing piece of evidence in her possession. An SD card which contained graphic footage that exceeds all limits of humanity. The person you saw sitting in the interrogation room was 48-year-old Brian Stephen Smith, and what he is about to reveal to the police next would forever alter the course of his life.
Your fingers, or did you fist her?
Well, that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was when she was deceased?
Yeah.
If you think that this was one of the most gruesome revelations you've come across, then wait till you see the rest of the footage.
I viewed everything on the SD card, and I did see your truck on there. Is there anything else on that SD card that we need to talk about?
No. You could show me the card and see. You can show me what's on there if you want to.
Okay. But I am going to ask you to get pretty specific about what you and her did in the room together. If you could just kind of describe how it started and what you guys did throughout the night.
Well, I don't remember, but if you really want graphic, we probably played with each other, and she probably have it, and then there's a good chance we probably tried, if you can put it that way.
Mm-hmm. And how many nights did you say you rented that room for?
For 2 nights. Yeah.
2 nights. Was this on the first night that you had the room, or was this on the second?
This was the second night.
Second night.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to show you these pictures, see if it would help you kind of refresh the girl from that night.
Mm-hmm. No, that's not her.
Not her.
Just short hair.
Short hair. Okay.
Short hair. No.
Okay. All right.
She looks like a drug addict.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this woman before?
No.
Have you ever had any contact with her at all?
No. I have. Look, in the last 5 years that I've been here, probably starting about 2 years ago, I've probably gone out and picked up a girl or two. So I might have seen her before, but not fresh in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And then you said her here.
No.
Doesn't ring a bell, doesn't look familiar. You've never seen her?
No.
Okay. Is there anything else, and I'm going to step out here a minute and let you take a break, drink some water. Is there anything else about that evening that we haven't talked about that you want me to know about, or you think we should talk about?
No.
You were asking me to show you what's on the SD card, and I don't have it here to show you exactly what's on there, but I wanted to talk about it. And like I said to you a minute ago, the images led me to you. There's images on there that led me to you, and for multiple reasons. The truck, like I said, I knew that was your truck. You're saying that's your truck in the photographs. Mm-hmm. There's pictures of the Marriott. There's pictures of the Marriott, the hotel room on the GoPro, or excuse me, on that SD card. And that's how I knew it was that Marriott. It was the Midtown Marriott.
Okay.
And the pictures, I don't know. You probably know about this. I think you're into technology and stuff.
Yeah.
Photographs, they have a time and date stamp. So the photographs are time and date stamped. So they basically, the photographs time and date stamp matched at the time that you were at that hotel room.
Okay.
So that's how this SD card has led me to you.
Okay.
And like I said, there's a number of images on there, and there's a number of videos on there, and I brought some of the pictures to kind of go over with you about that. So this is one of the images on there. Part of it is kind of cut down a little bit, but can you tell me what's in that photo?
There's somebody's feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whose feet are those?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm looking at your shoe. I mean, it looks like the shoes you're wearing right now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay. Is it safe to say those are your feet in that picture?
I don't know.
Okay. I just want to show you some other images here and like I said, I've watched the videos and the images on there, and I've watched them multiple times, and that's why we're here. That's how I knew to talk to you. So these are just some of the other images on there.
Okay.
These are on the SD card.
Okay.
So what can you tell me about these photos?
This looks like someone that's already been beaten up a bit.
Okay. And these are images. These are images, but there's also videos of this person.
Yeah.
And another person in the room as well. And that's why we're here to talk to you about.
How many people in the room?
At least 2.
Oh. Yeah.
So we need to address this. We need to clear this up.
Okay.
Mr. Smith.
You think I hit this girl?
Well, like I said, there's videos of it. There's video of it, there's audio of it, there's a voice I've been talking to you now for almost 30, 40 minutes. And I know it was your voice I could hear in the video.
Okay.
And if you'd like to hear some of that, I can refresh your memory with it.
The same pictures are on the SD card with your truck that you said was your truck.
Yeah, these are all on the same as your truck here. So.
It sounds like me. What's happening when that's...
What's happening is on this video, on these images, the person that's recording it is holding the recorder and is standing basically above this girl and strangling her.
Brian wasn't expecting the cops to pull out the recording, and with that one move, the cops have him cornered and defenseless. Watch how he struggles to give an explanation and stammers through it.
I don't want to act stupid, but I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything.
Okay. But this occurred, and like I said, the photos are timestamped. This occurred in that room 323, 323, on September 4th, early mornings.
Yeah.
At the time that you were at the hotel.
The 4th. I'm not denying. I'm not saying you're lying, but I don't remember anything like this.
Has anything like that ever happened to you in the past then? Have you ever, when you drank or anything like that, has anything ever happened in the past where you drank and you forgot what you did?
Long time ago, I was told it was sugar blackouts.
So it wasn't alcohol?
And you talking and like I said, there's about 12 of these videos, and I've watched every single one of them multiple times, unfortunately. And you talking, you know what you're doing in those videos. I mean, you're describing what's going on in those videos. And so, Mr. Smith, I don't believe that you don't remember this happening. Do you recall that?
Who would record stuff like this? I do not remember anything like this. Honestly.
Where is this girl now?
I don't know.
He tries to distance himself from the crime, questioning his own actions as if in disbelief. The cops catch on quickly, and when they ask about the girl in the video, he feigns ignorance. But in reality, he knows exactly where she is, and later in the footage, you're going to find out what really happened to her.
This is the SD card file, and look at the 4th one down, what the name of that file is. Homicide, Marriott Hotel, Midtown, Anchorage. And this was modified on September 24th, 20 days later.
I did not do that. Why would I make a file like that? If I had to take videos of this, I would...
What did you use?
I wouldn't write, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't... No.
So you're saying you didn't label the videos with that?
No.
Okay. What kind of phone do you have? So your phone basically is basically tracked anytime you drive around through a tower, and there's towers all over Anchorage. Okay, well, it was your phone, the 205 number. Yeah. It was your vehicle, your truck. There's cameras out on the highway at the way station, so there's no doubt about it that
Inbound
you were
and
out there.
Yeah.
No doubt about it that you were out there.
Okay, I don't remember anything else, really, I'm sorry.
As it turns out, Brian wasn't exactly a criminal mastermind. The fact that he labeled the file Homicide at Midtown Marriott gives us a glimpse into his recklessness and naivety. We will now play a part of the audio footage to show how heinous his crimes were, no matter how hard he tries to dissociate from it. The information you're about to hear is highly disturbing and can affect those who are sensitive or easily affected by information of such nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
No. No. We're going on for, no, this is like half an hour at least now. We're going on half an hour now. Come on, please, man, Jesus. Yeah, that's it. Just do it. Just take it, swallow it. Just do a shot while we're here. Do like an angle, like an action shot. Okay, we did the shot. You live. You die. You live. You die. You die. Sadly, in my movies, everyone dies. I get the Oscar. Only me. Okay, so please just finish on time. Listen, you need to finish this movie because I just can't go on anymore. Gasp once for yes, gasp twice for no. Oh geez, that was like there was 2 gasps. But you're just resisting me. Okay. So yes, that's right. Here's the hair. Here's the string I've got. I've got a string there. Okay, I'm gonna pull the string like here, okay? Yeah, it's all tightened. Just put your face forward, you stupid. Do people have to be taught how to die these days? After 112,000 years of evolution, we haven't learned to die yet. Huh? I don't have time for you. You are drinking time. I got a bottle of whiskey still to go through, and it's already like fucking out. Come on, just take on for the team. Huh? Take it for the team. Take it for the team. Super. I know this is like weird, but swallow it. Swallow it. To carry your out of my car and go dump you somewhere, huh? You just up my entire evening. Just finish, please. I'm tired. I need to go on straight and narrow. Just stop.
It is beyond comprehension how a man who goes to such extreme lengths nonchalantly sits in the interrogation room, denying his involvement in the crime.
So we already know what you are and what you did this night, right?
Mm.
What do you think of yourself?
I don't like it. I'm disgusted that I've done something like this.
Do you think that, and I'm not saying it was entirely intentional, but do you think that you, the good Brian that we're talking to, apparently we haven't seen the bad Brian yet because bad Brian did this. Do you think good Brian wanted bad Brian to get caught? That's why somebody made it so easy for us?
So, yes, so we're not at a stalemate. I've done that. I just don't know why.
You just have no explanation for good or bad of why
it's
you did it, why it happened.
Yeah. The photographs are stupid. You say that somebody took the SD card out of my truck and I said, no, give it back, it belongs to work or something, that's what you said. If I was trying to hide away and not get caught, I would not let something like it happen. I wouldn't have
Seems
an SD
careless.
card. I wouldn't have an SD card.
But all this seems careless too.
Very, yeah. That's somebody that wants to get caught. And you're in a hotel room, for God's sake.
In your own hotel, in your own chain of, using your own name with your own employee discount.
Yeah.
By trying to establish the good Brian and bad Brian analogy, he believes he can convince the detectives that he wasn't the one responsible for such horrors. But the real question is, will this tactic work, or will it only lead him to stumble into another grave he dug years ago? In the next clip, Brian drops a revelation that catches the detective off guard, which will now cement his fate in prison.
Some time ago, I picked up a very drunk girl. My wife was gone. She was away for the weekend. I took her home.
How long ago was that about?
Oh my God, 3 years ago. She was on the side there, and she actually seemed like a nice person. She wanted booze, I knew that. She was drunk. She had a half a bottle of R&R on her there. I think that's actually why I stopped, because I had some booze, but I didn't know if I had enough, so I thought, that attracted me to her. I picked her up and I said, hey, you want some warm food and a warm place to sleep tonight? And she was like, yes, sure. And she jumped in, but she was really drunk. She was slurring it. And I took her home, and she fell asleep on the couch in front of the TV, and she was smelling. I knew she was homeless then. You know, she was stinking, and I was getting upset. And I said to her, go take a shower, you know, because now there's smell in the house. You know, Stephanie would smell like there was a homeless person in the house, and she wouldn't do it. She kept saying no, and I was worried that she's going to vomit now, because then I realized that she really had been drinking a lot. No excuse, but I'd also been drinking. But like I said, when Stephanie goes, that's Brian time. Or as you call it, Brad time. I can let my hair down. I can just relax and get rid of the whole stress of being married all the time. I clearly remember this. And again, I'm not lying to you. I don't remember. I can't visualize this girl. But I went through to the garage, and I got my little pistol there, and I said to her, go shower, and she wouldn't, and I just did that, and I
while she was on the couch.
Yeah, I just shot her. Like, the messed up thing, I can tell you honestly, there was no emotion there. It was just, you're not listening to me. Go shower. You're not listening to me. You know, I knew that the longer she stays there, the worse trouble I'm going to get in with Stephanie. She's going to stink up the place. If she vomits on the carpet, it's going to be, you know.
The woman he murdered years ago was 52-year-old Veronica Abuchak, a Native American like Kathleen, who also lived in the same homeless shelter. He shot her with a .22 pistol, but the horror didn't stop there. What he did to her body afterward is even more gut-wrenching.
I did have a photo of me trying to stick my fingers into her. Yeah.
So that was a real photo of you doing that to the person you shot. Was that before or after you shot her?
After. Okay. Yeah. And so I actually did show that to Alicia. Alicia and myself actually had a conversation. She wanted me to prove, you know, because that was the thing, that I prove it, Brian, prove it, you know. And so I thought to myself, I'm going to do something I never do, and I'm going to undelete these things. I feel very guilty about that girl, that lady. She was a sweet lady. She was nice. The only thing,
this lady,
yeah,
okay.
All she did to me was make my house stink.
And wouldn't go to the shower when you told her to.
So I was going to grab her clothes, put in the washing machine, and it'll be dry by the time she's out.
Yeah, that's right.
Human being does shit like this in his life. And records.
You'd be surprised.
I'm going to be on frickin' America's Dumbest Criminals. I actually took Alicia there, because I was boasting.
You took her too?
Yeah, I was boasting to her. But I knew, but this is like a year after, or 2 years after.
So you took her there about a year after it happened.
I knew it wasn't there. I knew that the person wasn't there, because I'd driven past a few times, and from the road, I could see that what I'd covered with was not there anymore.
Okay, so somebody had found it.
So that's why I know you guys must have
somebody found the remains before you took Alicia out there a year later.
Yeah.
I know we have found remains in that area.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's her or not, but I know that there's been remains found in that area.
I've got a funny feeling I was... In my mind, my memory is that they found her very quickly. You know, it was like very soon.
Do you recall hearing it on the news, or how did you...
No. There was nothing on the news. And that's what I know that sometimes if something bad happens...
But you drove by it and noticed within 3 months or so that it wasn't there, you think?
Yeah, I'm sure it was within a week or a few days they found it.
I'm just curious too. Then, when you had her picked, when you had her in your house there, did you have did you have a gun handy? Did you have to go get the gun to come back and shoot her, or did you?
It was in the garage.
So when you got the gun and came back, did you say, get in the did you like threaten her with the gun to get in the shower, and she refused, or did you just come back and shoot her because she wasn't getting in the shower?
No, I told her go shower, go get
Did
up.
she see that you had a gun?
No.
Okay.
She was lying just looking at the TV.
Okay.
She was just drunk out of her mind as well, probably, you know. That was unprovoked. She didn't hit me, didn't hurt me, didn't do anything. She just pissed me off. But this other one, I don't know. I don't know why.
You mean you remember and don't know why, or you still don't remember?
I don't know why. I hurt this new girl.
Do you remember it and you just don't know why? Or are you still at I don't remember?
I don't remember. I'm serious. I'm trying to bring the pictures into my head, and I can't.
It was indeed a cold-blooded murder, as Brian describes it. His claims of not remembering a single thing are nothing short of blatant lies. He even joked and bragged about it to Alicia, revealing his pride in the crime. While he tells the police he can't remember exactly where he dumped the body, it remains questionable whether he's telling the truth.
This girl a couple years ago, after you shot her, you said you put a towel against her head. She didn't have an exit wound, but she had some blood coming out of the side of her head. How did you get her out of the house? How did you get her out there?
I was picked up and dragged
Did you wrap her in a towel or anything?
Yeah, I put a towel around her head.
Nothing else? No tarp, no blankets, no nothing like that? What did you leave out there with her? Did you leave the towel out there with her?
I probably did. No, I didn't. I didn't leave the towel. I put her in a black bag, a black plastic bag.
Like a garbage bag?
Yeah.
And then you said you could see it, like what could you see?
Yeah, so when I left, as I drove out again, because I basically backed up in there and just, when I left and I looked back, I could see from the road, I could see the black bag.
Oh, okay.
So that's why.
It looks like a trash bag.
Yeah. I don't think I left the towel there because the towel could have been linked to me.
Yeah.
And these were just normal black bags that you can get anywhere. So.
And you left her clothes on. She had all her clothes and everything on.
No. Yeah.
Okay. What did you do with her clothes?
As I was driving, whenever there was a clear spot, I would throw them out to distribute them so that they weren't found in one thing. Because if you find a full layer of clothing in one spot, it's going to be suspicious.
On the way out or on the way back?
On the way out. I was, a shoe out here and a shoe out there.
What vehicle did you have? The same truck?
Yeah. So.
Did it have a canopy on it or a topper on it at the time?
No.
So she was just in the open bed of the truck in a garbage bag?
Yeah. And that was also like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
When you took her out?
Yeah, it was early. So I know if you're driving that road at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, the police are out because they know it's all the drunk cars driving her out. So I was also scared, get rid of this person quickly as possible. Otherwise, I was scared I wouldn't know what to do with it. So that's why I drove out that late. I was falling asleep while I was driving. That's how tired I was.
Did you tell anybody else? I mean, I know you told Alicia, but she thought it was fake.
Yeah.
Did you tell anybody else about that?
No, because it's dangerous. Yeah.
So do you have, and I know you had it, and you said you recovered your deleted stuff. Do you have some type of bad picture file, some type of vault, some type of something with these photographs in it?
I did, because I wanted to prove to Alicia that I actually did.
How long was this woman at your house before you killed her? You picked her up at Karis Gamble?
Oh, it was probably about an hour.
No sex?
No. We talked a bit, but she was out of it as well. So, yeah, we couldn't have done anything. So, yeah, so that's why I just put my fingers inside there.
Your fingers, or did you fist her?
Well, that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was when she was deceased?
Yeah.
What Brian did to the body of Veronica is undeniably vile. He violated her deceased body and showed no remorse while describing it. Apart from it, whether he has any tendencies, we may never know. But one thing is certain, he will never walk free again. Despite his claims of not remembering a thing, the SD card held enough damning evidence to put him behind bars for life. On February 22, 2024, the jury found Brian Stephen Smith guilty of the murders of 30-year-old Kathleen Jo Henry and 52-year-old Veronica Abuchuk, both Native Alaskan women who lost their lives in September 2019 and August 2018, respectively. Smith was convicted on all 14 charges, including first and second-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and sexual assault. He was sentenced to 226 years in jail. Despite the overwhelming evidence, he pleaded not guilty throughout the trial.
To all these will waive reading of the charges and advisement of rights and enter a not guilty plea and ask for a jury trial.
His wife Stephanie stood by him, insisting on his innocence. The trial was significant, drawing attention from the Native American community amid ongoing violence against them, particularly in light of the lives of his two victims. The jury also found that Kathleen Jo Henry's murder involved substantial physical torture, which was an aggravating factor in the first-degree murder charge.
I done looked underneath the bed, I done looked in the closet, I've looked everywhere. I was like, well, maybe she's just hiding, planning to go sit with you in the house. He's like, no, mama, she's not here.
As Naomi's family reported about her disappearance, it led the way for a massive search by law enforcement officials. Investigators conducted several interviews with those closest to Naomi, but couldn't find anyone who would target her. After several days of frantic research, the investigation reached a shocking conclusion. A gruesome discovery was made on June 5, 2017. Naomi's partially decomposed and unmoved body was found in a creek a few miles from her apartment by two local fishermen, Robert Rose and Justin Scott.
Well, pulled up and smelled something. I thought it was a hog, because the color and everything. I thought somebody just skinned a hog. Well, walked back up the rail just a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hog.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't go down. We knew as soon as we saw it, both started calling 911. We both knew what we had to do and just sat right there and waited. We didn't want to move, but the initial, before we even saw what was happening, we both leaned over the rail to look at the water.
Yeah.
And caught it.
How long were you at your house?
Maybe about 45 minutes, maybe.
All right.
45 to an hour, maybe. I left.
Where'd you go?
Came back to Pensacola. Well, I called Jeff and told him that I needed to come back to Pensacola.
Jeff's your co-worker?
Yes.
Okay.
And I told him I was coming back and I needed to get my gear because it was storming. I didn't have my boots. I didn't have my rain jacket or anything. Came back here to get that. Made it back here maybe like something to 4, right at 4-ish, maybe.
Okay. So you got back in Pensacola about 4 p.m.?
Yeah.
All right. Grabbed your raincoat,
Grabbed
boots,
my
and then
gear.
immediately back to Brady?
Yes, when I grabbed everything, I came out the door. When I came out the door and came downstairs, that's when the little girl's mom and another older lady stopped and asked me if I had seen the little girl. And I told them, no, I just came out of the apartment. And that's when she told me her daughter was missing. And I talked with them for a few minutes, and I told her I'm not being rude, but I got to go to work. And I left.
And what time did you say you got back to the apartment?
About 2:35, 2:40, somewhere in there.
Robert calmly recounts every detail about his whereabouts on the day Naomi vanished, showing no sign of involvement in her disappearance. However, the shocking revelation he's about to unveil will turn everything upside down, leaving the detectives in a state of utter disbelief.
When I was in right after I got out of high school, me and a girl was messing around. She got pregnant, and her grandmother is like a minister or whatever, so it was more of I made her than it being consensual to the point of, because we had been doing this the whole summer. Well, I copped out because I didn't have no money to try to afford a lawyer, so I had to cop out, and I did 15 years.
How old were you?
Like 18 years old.
And how old was she?
Like 17.
Okay. What year was that?
1998.
What was the charge?
First degree.
First degree?
Yes.
And that was in Alabama?
Yes.
She was 17 years old?
Yes.
How long had y'all had a relationship?
We started messing around this summer, so I mean, we knew each other, you know, for years. So.
Was there another charge that you had in your history?
Yeah, it was say the same thing. It was just another girl put in. They was like basically like I did this same thing to this other girl.
You got her pregnant, or you just?
No, I didn't get her pregnant. It was just we was messing around, and she said I made her. And it's the same time that this other girl said the same thing. And basically, they said I did the same thing to both of them in the same night at the same time.
So you were 18. How old was this girl?
Same age.
So both.
In my paperwork, I don't know if this changed, but in my paperwork, they had like 2 different ages. Then it said it was a white female. It's not a white female. It's 2 black females, and they were the same age. I don't know if they ever changed it because they got my tattoos.
Yeah, because I thought one of them was a younger female.
Yeah, they got a lot of my stuff messed up. They got the tattoos and everything messed up. So that, you know, I don't know if they changed it or fixed it, but we were all like 18 years old, and there's 2 black females.
Okay.
Well, they had to be under 18, right?
Years old.
Despite confessing to his past as a sex offender and spending years behind bars, Robert seemed unbothered. But instead of clearing his name, this admission only grew suspicion among the detectives that he was somehow tied to the case. Although his girlfriend Lauren claimed to be familiar with his past, it is unclear if she's genuinely aware of the man he truly was, or has he masterfully managed to keep her in the dark.
What do you know about his past? I know that he got convicted back in the late 90s, right after high school. Do you know the details of it at all? Or what he's told you? Some details on that. That there was a girl who accused him of her and not being able to afford any kind of lawyer or anything like that. He just, you know, he give you a privilege to come down. He was telling me about witnesses that wouldn't take his witnesses on his side, and they just listened to her, whoever that her people had for her.
Lauren seems completely unaware of Robert's true side, but her world is about to shatter as the truth emerges. Despite revealing such disturbing secrets, Robert managed to maintain a calm and composed demeanor that eventually surprised the detectives. However, there were even more devastating revelations waiting to be disclosed that no one could have predicted.
Have you ever seen her around the complex, or?
See her all the time when we were in and out. Like I said, when we would come in, it would be either playing between the complexes or on her mom's back balcony, because going up the steps, you can see their balcony, or their back porch rather, from the balcony. They would always speak whenever we would come in and out. And other than that, everybody.
She dances a lot back there, doesn't she?
I guess.
On the balcony.
Well, they be back there playing most of the time when I see them as far as dancing. I don't know.
Yeah. I heard she does a lot of dancing. Mom says she dances on the back porch a lot.
That's what we see them back there.
Was she friendly? I mean,
she always spoke. I mean, like I said, other than that, that's pretty much all I know about her. Like I said, she would always speak. If she seen us, she would speak. Regardless if we seen her or not, she would let us know that she was there. She would speak.
I gotcha. Come over to y'all's apartment or anything?
She's never been to our apartment.
So
we've never been to Lauren's. If she has, she's been there when I wasn't there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Lauren told me one day that they missed the bus and they came and used her phone to call their mom to let her know they missed the bus. Other than that, that's all I know about them being there.
Okay.
So she's never been in Lauren's apartment other than just
not when I
at
was
the door?
There. Not when I was there.
Okay. What about, have they ever been in your cars?
No.
Either one of your cars?
No.
Did you see that girl that Wednesday at all?
No, sir.
When was the last time you saw her?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe like, it may have been that weekend, maybe. Between Friday and Sunday. Somewhere up in there, because I was off. I know it may have been like that Friday or Saturday.
So you were staying there the whole weekend?
Yeah, you used to come down the weekend, yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you...
I'm allowed, okay, with my regulations of what I can and can't do, I'm allowed to stay anywhere 3 days, no more than 3 days. So I'll stay like 2-3 days at a time. I go home for a day. I can come back for 3 more days. So that's how I usually do.
Were you in that area or over that way on last Wednesday, the 31st?
No, sir.
Or June 1st?
No.
Okay.
Detectives relentlessly pushed Robert, certain in the fact that he was hiding a dark and crucial secret. Every statement he made only deepened their frustration and disappointment, leaving them with even more questions than before.
To go up to Bruton?
Which time? I went twice. I went to see
it had been
friend.
earlier in the
I went
day.
to see a friend. I left around like close to about 12:15, 12:30.
Okay.
Where was it before you dropped Lauren off or after
It
you
was after I dropped Lauren off. When I dropped Lauren off, that's where
you went
Yeah, I
before
went to see.
Bruton?
Yeah, I was going to see her.
Okay.
Now she lives in Bruton. That's why I was going to Bruton to see.
Okay. So you got into Bruton, I have down 130 to 140, and then you went to...
I was going to see her, but when...
What's her name again?
Yolandra Mitchell, YOLUNDRA.
What kind of girls are you into? I mean, what do you like?
Like grown women. I mean, women that's my age. I mean, like I really have no preference of what size or, you know, how fat or how skinny, how tall or how thin, but they're gonna be legal. You know, I don't fool with no kids. I don't mess with no teenagers, anything like that.
I mean, you like girls, like...
I mean, I haven't been with anyone younger than Lauren.
Is there any reason, like, your DNA would be on Naomi's body or anything like that?
I don't see why it would be. We've never been in spit distance of each other. So there's no reason it would be.
Okay. So you've never had any physical contact?
None whatsoever.
Without a hint of hesitation, Robert dives into his preferences for women, unaware of how much each comment subtly shifts the focus back to him. Despite his unwavering denials and his insistence that he had no involvement in the case, he remained blissfully unaware that the detectives had already unraveled the truths he was desperately trying to hide. The detectives were prepared to take the interrogation in a whole new direction, ready to reveal a shocking twist that would have been beyond his wildest imagination.
What if I were to tell you that your car was in the area where her body was found that night?
No, that's impossible.
Why?
I mean, because it could have been.
Why? Tell me why.
Because when I have my car, it's either at work. When I leave work, I come straight back to Johnson Avenue, Lauren's apartment.
Did anybody else have your car that night?
No one ever has my car.
So you don't know, does Lauren ever drive your car?
She has a few times, but it's been a little while since she drove my car.
Okay. You don't ever loan your car out?
No.
Okay. What if I were to tell you that your car was in the area where her body was found that night?
No, that's impossible.
Why?
I mean, because it could have been.
Why? Tell me why.
Because when I have my car, it's either at work. When I leave work, I come straight back to Johnson Avenue, Lauren's apartment.
Did anybody else have your car that night?
No one ever has my car.
So you don't know, does Lauren ever drive your car?
She has a few times, but it's been a little while since she drove my car.
Okay. You don't ever loan your car out?
No.
Okay. Your apartment is the time she goes missing.
But the thing about that is, when I drop Lauren off, I go straight to Bruton. So how is it that I can pick her up?
The thing about that is that we already have your phone records.
Okay.
And you were at the apartments at 1:30.
I was gone at 1:30.
Phone records show no, you were there at 1:30. That phone number that you gave me is the phone number we subpoenaed for the records. You were at the apartments at 1:30. You were not in Bruton.
I was on my way to Bruton.
You were. I'm not going to argue with you.
I mean, you don't have to argue, but okay. If you say I was at the apartment, just please search my license. Nothing has been changed in my car since the day that the first officer flipped through it and looked through it. Everything's in there. If you find anything in that car, it's gonna be from Yolanda Mitchell, where she sits in that front seat and talks to me. Other than that, that's it.
You either have a fetish or were attracted to Naomi and you got her to get in your car and things might have gotten, let's say, a little carried away, or either you're just a stone cold rapist or killer, man.
Well,
I mean,
it's
one or the other.
neither, because I never got her to get in my car. She's never been in my car. That's why I've never cleaned my house. I've never cleaned my car because of that. So I feel like if I clean that car and y'all find it clean, oh, well, he cleaned it before we can get to it. That's why I didn't do that.
Why would you even think?
Because the day that when they looked through the day that they questioned us, I had to get a brake job done. I told.
What day were you questioned?
Friday.
Okay.
And I told the guy, I said, well, I had an appointment to get a brake job done at 10. I said, I'm not leaving because y'all questioned me. I said, I need to go get this brake job done. He's like, that's fine. But the guy that was with him as his partner, I don't even remember the name. I think it's like Officer Paul or something.
Mm-hmm.
But the other guy that was with him came, looked through my trunk. He opened my back seat, looked in, front seat looked in. And from that day there, I said, don't clean this car out. Because I feel like, it's eventually going to come. So I'm already, no.
How long have you been over at the apartment with Lauren?
Lauren moved over there maybe like, it's about, I know it's the lease is coming up about maybe like 2 years. I don't say she's been over like 2 years.
And you've been staying off and on over there for those 2 years? How long has Naomi been there? How long have you been seeing her there?
They were there before Lauren moved there. Right?
Oh, so they've been there the whole time you've been there?
Yeah.
I got you. So if we say we have your car on video over there where we found the body, what do you say to that?
Yeah, like I told you a little while ago, impossible.
So which is it? Did you pick her up and have...
I did not pick her up. I did not have anything to do with that child whatsoever.
Did she come get in your car that day?
She didn't get in anything that I own. Like I said, we've never been in spitting distance of each other at all. I'm pretty sure you find some fingerprint, hair, something, but she didn't.
Maybe not.
I'm pretty sure you would if you got in that car. I'm pretty sure you would, but she didn't. She's never been in that car. Never.
We have your car on video.
Yeah, you say you do, but I'm telling you, you don't.
We have your car on video. We have your phone records that show your exact route from where you were at, from the apartments to Bruton, back down to where she was found, back to Johnson. And they show exactly which route you went. You can't deny it. It's your phone number. It's your phone number and your phone records. You could keep denying it, or you can tell me what really happened and give your story of what happened. She's a cute girl. She looks a little older. Maybe you guys had something and...
how can we have something? I've never been around the child.
How do you explain, though? How do you explain that your phone is showing that you're going in those directions? How do you explain that?
If you say you got my car on video and you say this is showing all of this, let me see it. Because there's no way that, none of that.
You don't see it?
There's no way.
All right, I'll show you.
What's that?
A Nissan Altima.
Okay, and what is that supposed to mean?
That's your car.
How's it? Okay, so how are you just going to tell me that's my car out of...
It's your car. Because your phone puts you in that exact spot that car is at the exact time that car is on that video. So you are a cold-blooded murderer. Because you're sitting here deny, you don't care, you just put it like you just deny everything and lie because we have proof that you're lying.
But this It's never been in my
to
car.
Me, a is dead, and you're
never
lying
been in
through
my
the
car.
whole thing
This
of where
has
you
never-
were for some reason. Why are
never been
you
in my
lying?
car. The
Why are
child-
you lying about
okay,
your whereabouts?
The child has never been in my car.
Why are you lying about your whereabouts?
Has never been in my car.
Okay, so where has she been?
I don't know
Where
where
did
she's
you
been.
put her?
I did not put her anywhere.
Well, then, if she is in
I've
her
never
car,
had
you
her.
must have stashed her
I've
somewhere.
never had her. She's never been with me.
She has. You killed her.
No, I did not.
You killed her.
I can.
You raped her and you killed her.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
What'd you do then?
I didn't do anything.
You
I have her.
You raped that baby.
Okay. I can't argue with what you think or how you feel about it. I can just.
She just turned. She's 11 years old.
I did not touch that child. I did not have that child. All right.
Though Robert was visibly shaken by the detective's shocking revelation, he managed to keep himself composed. However, with every probing question, his denials intensified, solidifying his refusal to acknowledge the truth.
Your car is on video, and why your phone records put you in the area where the body was dumped.
I have no idea.
I mean, you got to explain that.
How do I have to explain it? I do not know. I'm sitting here telling you seriously.
That's not a very good answer. I don't know where I was, and I don't know why my phone's.
I told you where I was.
And we know it's not because
Okay.
we have proof it's not. So you're gonna have to come off the truth, or you're just gonna look like a liar and a cold-blooded murderer. Because you're denying the facts.
I've never been with this. I never had. I never touched this. This has never been in my car.
Your timeline doesn't match up with your phone records. You have the same car that's on the video at the dump site. Your phone put you there at that time. See where I'm going with this?
Okay.
Things don't look good for you. This is your time to tell your story of what went wrong.
Just told you. I didn't have nothing to do with this.
The detectives were well aware that Robert was a difficult case, yet they remained relentless in their pursuit of the truth. They tried every strategy to uncover the reality, but his chilling emotional detachment only led to a deep sense of disappointment.
Was she scared?
I don't know what she was. I didn't have her.
Did she cry?
I didn't have her.
Did she try to fight? I heard she was a fighter.
I never had her, so I don't know. You asking me things that
Did
I
she have a chance to fight?
I don't know. I have no idea. You asking me things that I don't know nothing about. She wasn't with me. I didn't have her, so I don't know what she could have did, fought, cry,
Did she cry
whatever.
for her mama?
I have no idea.
Did she beg you to stop?
I don't know what you're talking about because she was not with me.
What would you do for sexual pleasure in the prison?
Jack off in the shower.
Do you watch a lot of porn or anything?
I don't even have access to that. What you mind now? No.
Like watching porn?
I just had no desire to really watch it. I had a video, but I never really watched it a lot. Got it from a friend.
Following countless attempts, the detective adopted a new tactic this time. What Robert ultimately revealed only intensified his connection to the case, officially transforming him from a person of interest into the main suspect.
I have somebody that just told me that they would testify to you being at that site at that time in court. So that's enough right there to show you were there.
How can somebody testify against me? That
the phone data comes from an analyst. That analyst that looked at all that data and said, yep, he was there at that time, using that phone, heading off this tower. He said he would testify in court that you were at that site where we found Naomi.
I had nothing. Honestly, I had nothing to do with being with her, having her, picking her up, dropping her off, anything. Don't know nothing about her. Don't know who got her, who picks her up, who did what. Nothing.
So where were you driving to then when you were over there? Were you going somewhere else? What were you doing?
All shit aside, all bullshit aside. No, I said I don't know nothing about this kid.
And that's fine. I just want to know why you were over there.
Convinced that he was the one responsible for this brutal act, the detectives relentlessly pressed him to reveal the chilling truth he had kept hidden away. Yet, no matter how intense the pressure became, he stubbornly persisted in his denials.
Thought we were being truthful.
We are.
No, we're not. Why'd you stop on the bridge?
We're not stopping on the bridge. I stopped at the stop sign.
Yeah, you stopped there.
Mm-hmm.
But you also stopped on the bridge. And I can prove you did.
Okay.
Why'd you stop on the bridge?
You say you can prove I can. I mean, if you say you can prove I can, then tell me why I stopped on the bridge. Because I did not stop on the bridge.
You stopped on the bridge to put her body in the water. Naomi's body.
Did you throw her over the rail or did you drag her around the side? That's the question I had. I was wondering
throw her
about.
on the rail. I didn't drag her around the side. I did not dump nobody. I did not dump a body anywhere. She was not in my car. Anything.
Is she in your trunk?
No. No. Not at all.
You were sitting on the bridge, and a car came by, and you drove off, pulled back out on Detroit, turned around in the driveway, and then pulled back on. Am I lying?
No,
The car passed by when you first tried to stop. Went down when you saw it, went to the stop sign, waited for that car to get out of the way, came back around, and got back up on the bridge.
Tell me I'm lying.
That's exactly what happened.
I didn't show you the video, bud.
If there's something you know about what happened to her, and that's why, you lied initially about where you were at.
I know nothing about this. Who she's been with, where she went, who she went with. I don't know nothing. Nothing. Or any other child for that matter.
Though Robert's claims are incredibly strange, his wavering statements signal to the detectives that they are slowly but surely inching closer to the truth. Reaching a crucial turning point, the chilling revelations he's about to disclose will be baffling.
Did you understand when they were telling you that there's a camera here on Ledley, there's one right here by the intersection?
Okay.
We can see how long it takes cars to go by. We see that you stop.
Okay.
It's over.
I did all that. I did all that stopping. I did all that.
Why?
But I did not dump this body.
Was somebody else with you?
No, no one else was with me.
You were by yourself.
But I was told that something would be there.
What?
It wasn't this when I looked. Well, I didn't see this when I looked.
What was supposed to be there?
It was supposed to be. It's just supposed to be something to benefit me. So like that. Something to benefit me, I guess.
Some dead?
No, I don't hope not. But it was just supposed to be something, and I should have kept it. It was a note for me. It was a note on the car. All honesty, all bullshit aside. I said I never picked her up, never took her anywhere. And it said something to benefit you.
From Naomi?
No.
Who's it from?
It didn't have no name from nobody or to nobody. It was just on the car.
That is the absolute worst story I've ever heard.
And I'm telling you the honest, the God truth.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Listen to me. Just
listen here.
Just listen to me.
Let me hear
When
this.
it's something to benefit you.
Okay.
After countless hours of denying and weaving a baseless story, Robert was finally ready to unveil the secrets he had kept buried inside, confident he would never face the consequences and go scot-free. Yet this was the end of his fabricated story. With each shocking revelation, he left everyone stunned, raising chilling questions about what nightmare this girl must have endured.
She's making gestures, sexual gestures.
Like what?
Can she see the dick? She can handle the dick. She got a boyfriend that's and this, that, and the other. I'm like, well, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I really don't. And at this time is when she didn't grab my She grabbed at like my shirt, the bottom of my shirt, like she was trying to. And so when I grabbed her wrist, told her to stop, look, seriously, you need to leave. And so like she's trying to snatch away, like she's, trying to fight back. And she's keeping on. And I really didn't mean for things to go where they did. I didn't try to hurt the child, but before I realized I choked her out.
How? Just around the neck?
I choked her out around the neck. And like I said, I didn't really mean for it to happen. I didn't mean to do it. I heard when she was found. That's why I said I would really like for them to take a DNA test, because they said when she was found, she didn't have on no bottom. She was fully dressed. I got to find something to do with this body. I can't leave it here. It's going to smell. Somebody's going to find it. I tried to think of everything I could think of. I just kept coming my initial. When I finally just decided, okay, I got to dump it somewhere. I just got to dump it. But I didn't know where. I said, well, I can't take it to, put it in no dumpster nowhere because it's easy to be found. So, my initial thought was to just keep going 29 south, just as far as I can just make myself go and just find somewhere just to dump the body out. And I was like, fuck it, I'll turn here. I guess that's whatever street that is. I went down and I went all the way down just trying to find somewhere to try to dump this body, but I'm scared to get out. I'm scared to stop. I'm scared of being seen, so I really don't know what to do. I ride all the way back around, to the curb where it gets to the interstate, turn around and come back up and I take the right where the bridge is, and I see it. I'm thinking, well, maybe here's a good place, but then again, I don't know. I don't know how this bridge flows, where it flows to. Then I know this company is right next door, so I'm like, well, maybe it might be found.
Despite Robert's insistence that Naomi had initiated contact, his story still felt unbelievable. However, the detectives sensed there was much more to the story. They decided to investigate his home again, and what they found there answered all their chilling questions. The duct tape found in Naomi's hair matched a roll found in Robert's house. His internet history revealed he was watching adult videos on the same day Naomi went missing. An email was sent to him reminding him of a product left in his shopping cart, a bottle of supplements called Big Jim Penis Enlargement Pills. All the evidence pointed to Robert, the mastermind behind the elaborate trap he laid for Naomi. Believing he could escape the repercussions of his merciless and horrifying actions. On August 12, 2021, filled with intense emotions and pain, Robert Howard was convicted of first-degree murder in Naomi's death, along with additional charges for failing to register as a sex offender.
The man accused of killing little Naomi Jones just found guilty of murder. Robert Howard now headed to prison for the rest of his life. The despicable crime happened in 2017 in Pensacola. Naomi, just years old, was strangled, her body thrown into a creek. Howard was arrested 3 days after Jones's body was found.
The verdict offered a sense of justice to the family, but the scars of his actions continue to linger. Naomi's mother, Shantara Hurry, made this statement after announcing the verdict. As we conclude this tragic case, deeper questions emerge. What warning signs were overlooked, and could this horrific crime have been prevented? Despite Robert's status as a registered offender, he managed to live undetected within a community that remained unaware of his true identity. Had there been more effective protection in place, Naomi's life could have been saved. What are your thoughts on this case? We would love to know them. Let us know in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for such fascinating videos. Until next time, stay aware and stay safe.